All right.
Did you guys like make a video of a Minecraft video?
We're live.
About
Hello.
Minecraft?
Yeah.
Hello.
Ooh,
Yeah.
when?
We're live.
Me, Isaac,
Hello.
Christy, and Eric. Yeah.
Oh, Diablo. We played Diablo, right?
Yeah. We did Diablo too. We did Diablo and we did Minecraft for a couple, like 2 episodes or something.
Yeah, the
we
Minecraft.
We played the fun part of Minecraft, and then we got to the part of the grind part of Minecraft. I'm like, we're done.
Yep. The part where all you're doing is digging a hole.
I had a drink. Where'd my drink go? I left my drink.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Pause the stream. Turn it
I'm
off.
gonna get thirsty. Oh, Joe, he's out of here. He doesn't have a drink. I'm out.
Actually, I have 2 drinks.
Oh,
I'm prepared.
man. I have 3 pages of my book left. So we gotta wrap this thing up. We gotta wrap this thing up quick because I'm almost out of note-taking pages. I filled the whole thing up.
Oh.
The whole thing. All filled up. I'm rather proud of myself.
Ah, dang.
That's awesome.
How much
So
of
what's
it is
next?
redundant?
Oh, 95% of it. There's a
to
few.
make sure I remember.
There's a few pages in there that matter. Occasionally I used it for notes because I didn't have paper around, so they're just like scribbles over things. And then there's some things that are in there that are useful. There's a few blank pages, but then if I go back, then I'll be all confused because then it's like that doesn't belong there. So. Hey, Finley and Nemock. So let me pull up my thing from last time. I'm unorganized. I just talked about organization and now I'm lost.
You know what? We just like finished this book story, and they're like, "All right, that's the end of the story. Next campaign."
Yep.
Wait.
Oh, I was gonna say this before.
Yep.
After this campaign's over, I figure, I know if anyone else wants to DM for a little bit, I figured Mike could do like a little mini, like month-long campaign. I know Eric likes to do it, or Joe, or Francisco. So if either of you guys want to do like a little,
I like to do.
Yeah, like a month-long thing or whatever.
I can't do it again.
While I'm trying to come up with.
I can never DM again, right?
Why?
Too much pressure.
Pressure.
Too much pressure.
I haven't DM'd in a really long time, and I did some mad shit talking, and now I'm like, you know what? Maybe I just don't ever do it again.
Good thing we're streaming and you're talking all that.
That's how you back it up.
Yeah, someone quick make a play.
I get one.
You get one. do I get one at every?
Everybody gets one. In my case, I get a few more than one. One a week.
I'm just gonna pick the worst one to say. Every week.
Just drop something real bad every week. I've done really good.
I know, that's very shocking.
Yes, we're all very proud of you.
Congratulations.
Hey, I didn't cuss when I was at your house either.
That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie.
Not that much.
Dang.
Not as much as Francisco's wife, that's for sure.
You said not when
I
she was
think
around?
you cussed just as much.
Not as much as Francisco's wife.
Oh, not as much
That's
as
a lie.
Oh
That's a
yeah,
bold-faced lie.
hey,
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I do remember that
Francisco.
about her. Yeah,
I know. I know.
we had.
I remember.
Had an old sailor at the table whenever she showed up.
she was talking, and I was like, "Dang, this is a lot."
I know it's.
It was great. I loved it. It was fantastic.
It fits her character.
It does.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, she's just really getting into this character.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Mother.
All right. So anyway, you guys found your way to go say hello to Ciruliana, who you've been talking to for months now. But you finally made it there. You had a visit with a hummingbird, and then she shifted into a dragon, and then she shifted eventually into her normal self, crystalline self.
I'd say, is she a crystal person?
Yeah, crystal person has sort of like a pearlescent color to her.
Nice.
She was kind of grumpy,
Oh, I got.
which is sort of
Talespire.
on par for everyone in this world. Everyone's a little grumpy,
Everyone.
including some of the player characters. But,
I mean, with the way this campaign's gone, how could you not be grumpy? How would anybody made it through this and not been like, "This sucks. My life is terrible."
She told you about a missing book, which you guys are aware of, named The Ascension. and you went and picked it up real quick. Victor just couldn't resist and dove into that book and disappeared. And then, or did we pick up? I guess originally we were on the little island with the cultists and all that. But anyway, then you took the book back to the rest of the party. 24 hours later, and you're like, hey, let's show Ciru this, and she said, read it. And so you all read it, and you appeared somewhere else. So we'll start with Victor, who opened the book first. I gave a bit of a description where he kind of saw, like, you had a big mountain, a couple little side ones, a very, very big mountain, by the way, standing out sort of there. And you had trees on both sides. You got a little bit of a view and a bit of description of that. You could see a little bit of a town at the base of the mountain, and that was pretty much it. And you started walking. You get about an hour, 30 minutes or so in, and you find a good. You're in kind of a hilly area, and you find a good spot, which is a nice lookout point. And you kind of get an eye of the terrain. You can see that you're on a decent-sized island, but from that point you can see all around you where there's water. Behind you is just a road out to who knows where. But in front of you, you got the big mountain. You can see the big, massive. From now, you can tell it's a massive city sitting at the base of that mountain. And you can see like they use like a black material for their buildings. The path seems to take you into. There's a river. There's a bridge. You see maybe another small little settlement there. And let me pull up where's my notes? Hang on. That one. I got too many. I'm lost. You can say, so the terrain in front of you, after you go through the hills and get closer to the mountain, it's got kind of a bit of a haze on the ground, and maybe a steam vent or two up there. Kind of a Yellowstone sort of, what's the word? Active,
Geyser?
Volcanically active area.
Geyser? Okay.
And what do you? Also from this lookout, you can see down below, before it gets into the hills, you can see there is a small group, looks like a caravan, heading your way. Other than that, it's all empty. Roll me perception. They're still a ways out. What's your passive? 25. Oh yeah, you don't need to roll. I forget. You're ridiculous. They're big. They could be furbolgs.
What?
And there is 7 of them.
I will walk towards them.
There's a cart. They have some sort of an ox pulling the cart. They seem to have a lot of belongings with them, as you see them. It takes 30 minutes, hour to get to them. It's dark right now. There was almost full moon, so it lights up the area pretty well. Kind of gives you a nice shine to everything. You walk forward. Eventually, you see them on the road, and they stop, and they raise their hand. The first one in front raises his hand to greet you.
Hello.
Hello.
What is this place?
Are you not from around here?
No. I'm visiting.
Bad day to visit. Welcome to Taras.
Why is it a bad day to visit?
Things are changing around here. It might be best if you come with us.
Are they furbolgs?
Yeah, they're all furbolgs.
Where are you going?
We're heading to port. We're getting out of here. Going to Solari.
Do I know where Solari is?
It's on your map. It's on your map. Your big map you've got.
But it's not like a furbolg place that I would know about. Okay.
I say, why would you come here today? Don't you know what's happening?
To be here. Please fill me in. I'm just a traveler.
He said, well, you can continue if you want, but we're going to camp right over here. We had about 6 hours or so to get to port. Stay with us if you like.
What's going on in the town?
It's a big day for some folks, maybe a bad day. I said the shard kind are up to, well, something cataclysmic.
That's why you're leaving.
Yeah, we need to get out of here.
What do you think will happen?
I don't know. We haven't been able to speak with our god in a long time. But
Which god is that?
well, we follow the Raven.
Oh. You've not been able to speak to the Raven?
Everything's closed off. We get no response, nothing. These guys all look like they look like just pretty much just commoners. They're wearing just no armor or anything. They're just wearing clothing, backpacks. They got a cart full of goods. A couple of them are carrying some supplies in their hands.
Is there a temple nearby?
Of the Raven?
Yeah.
You might find one in town, but I doubt it. Anyone who follows that probably will be at the Order.
Where's that?
He points over to the east. So if you go down to about where the bridge is, there's a path. Takes you that way.
And that going down to the bridge is also towards the city right now?
Yeah, you go towards the bridge, and then there's a path, he says, that veers off to the east.
How far away is the bridge?
A couple hours.
Okay.
He said they're all getting ready. They're all starting to unpack some things, and they're moving off the road and getting ready to set up a camp.
I think I have to go up to at least maybe to the Order, maybe to the city, but I wouldn't mind having a meal with you.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. You can stay. It's dangerous out there.
Yeah, I'll sit and chat with you for a while before I go.
Okay.
I'll sit and I'll help them make food and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, they set up a camp, and get everything all arranged. And just sort of chit chat. A lot of them are sort of planning the route to Solari, and they're talking about what's there, and you sort of get a general worry amongst the group.
Okay.
So, a few hours go by. It's dark. Are you staying there with them? Or are you going to just eat and go?
Do you think it is safe to travel at night here, or should I wait till morning?
One of them there, you learn her name's Milsa, female furbolg. And she says, "You're probably best to stay with us. Now that everyone's gone, it can be dangerous out there. We met a couple of rat folk that, well, they were scared of us, but just a lone one, they certainly would take you on."
If you don't mind, I will stay with you for the evening.
Yeah, we don't see a lot of other furbolgs around here, so.
I don't either. It's been a while since I've seen others. At least this many others.
Most of us left a couple weeks ago. But things are getting dangerous.
I'll try to see if they can tell me any more over the course of the evening before I go to sleep.
Yeah, you get the idea that they mentioned the Ascension, and that the Shard kind are preparing to ruin some things. You get the idea that they're worried that they won't be able to speak with the Raven at all anymore. That they're just going to ruin everything.
Do they know what they're trying to do? Are they talking about the breaking down of the barriers, or?
They don't seem to understand that. They just seem to be on the idea that they're messing some things up, and whatever they're doing is going to. It's varying degrees amongst the seven. They're sitting around chatting with you at the campfire and each other. Some of them are full on panic, like this is it, this is the end of the world, we got to get out now. Milsa is a bit more unsure about what's happening, and you can kind of do different degrees of that, where she's just more like she's worried because she hasn't been able to speak with the Raven, but she just has a bad feeling.
Is there anything odd about any of them, or are they all just as you described them?
Give me insight.
$23.
You see another one, a younger guy. You've found his name is Essen, just amongst the chat. And he seems like he's really worried. He's abnormally worried about things. He's real quiet also. You just kind of get a sense of something's up with this guy.
At some point in the evening, I will try to talk to him directly.
Okay.
And just be like,
real shy. Hello, Victor?
Yes, you are Essen.
Yes.
What do you think about all this?
I don't know. Have you spoken with the Raven at all? You're not from here.
I have, and I'll pull out my pendant, show it to him, and put it back.
And recently?
It has been a little while.
Everyone's really worried, and you ever heard of Aerolus?
So I've heard of her.
I talked to her. She says that things are real bad.
How so?
He like whispering to you. Like she said that, like, does the Raven, when you talk to the Raven, did he say anything out of the ordinary?
The last time I talked to the Raven, it was a bit different than other times I've talked to the Raven.
I don't know. She said I shouldn't trust him, but I don't know. My whole life, that's all I've known is what the Raven teaches us. This is what we do.
Do you know why she would say that?
No, I'm not skilled enough to directly talk to her. I just sort of, you understand, communicate with her in various ways, but something's off.
Yes, I can feel it. I'm looking to investigate it. Do you know of any place I should start?
Well, anything that's happening now is happening at Terras Wen. He points at the town. The big town.
Do you know anything about the order? And I'll point over wherever he pointed earlier.
He said, as far as I know, it's mostly the shard kind there, but he said the shard kind, they don't see much use in the gods, but there's a few that still do, and they commune over there.
I see. Is there any place in particular in Terras Wen I should look?
I don't know. I just know that's where everything's taking place.
And that's the name of the town?
Yeah. Everyone else, okay. You are now standing on a path. A few hours have gone by. And in front of you, you have trees, full moon, paths right ahead of you. No sign of Victor.
Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. No, I'm, just kidding. I'm like, man, no victors in sight.
All quiet. Very quiet. Francisco
Right.
or Jack picks up. Not an owl or a chirp around. It's quiet.
Bones
Strange.
feels unease, and he's gonna pull out his spear, his makeshift spear.
Okay.
I will also pull out my sword and just be prepared.
I'll put my hand in the ready position.
Whenever
I'll walk down the path.
when Victor showed up,
Yeah.
it was like a sunset, so he could get a better view of the terrain a bit. You guys can just pick up a couple like little lights way out there, so you can get an idea where the city is.
Okay.
That's pretty much all you really see.
It's gotta be dark, like real dark, right?
It's a full moon,
Oh, okay.
so it's not too bad. What do you want to do?
Head down the path, right?
Yeah, just follow the path.
You really the only thing of note that you can make out in the darkness is the trees on both sides of you, and you can see the city, of course, way ahead. You pick up a faint light at the city, and that light starts getting brighter and brighter. Just a small little speck of light. Victor, you can see this as well. Even in the trees, you can see. Can't really see the city very well, but you can see this light starting getting bright and bright. It's just like a star. It gets brighter and brighter in that city. And then
I'll ask the other fearbolgs about it.
and then goes dark. Milsa says they're preparing for the day. Says this is Thriv Bathal. Is tomorrow.
What is Thriv Bathal?
You recognize those two words, Terrassian, meaning life eternal.
Okay.
And she says I think that's when they're doing it.
The Ascension.
She nods. It makes sense.
Well, I guess we'll just make our way towards that city.
Yeah, let's do that.
So, in an interest to reunite the party, a few hours go by and you guys notice a camp of furbolgs off the side of the road.
And they just keep walking.
One of them, you see 8
I'm
furbolgs.
like, I don't recognize it. They all look the same.
One of them looks, all 8 of them look kind of familiar. But one of them in particular looks very familiar.
Oh, look, it's Victor.
One of them's got one of those Russian caps on with like the fur sides.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's Victor right there. He's playing the national anthem for the
Well,
group.
I probably saw them before they saw me.
Yeah. You hear a commotion coming down the road. Everyone got quiet as something coming, and then you spot your party.
And then you see
Oh,
3
I
people
see,
with swords.
I see Victor, and I'm gonna run over. Victor!
Sword in hand.
Hero.
I'll put the sword up,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna run up and hit him real hard on the arm and go, "No reading books without the party."
Story. Yes. Yep.
Scared us, man.
But apparently you all read it as well. These are some people I met. This is Milsa. These are my friends, and I'll introduce them all.
And you see just
I'll
a
say-
whole bunch of furbolgs.
Well, very nice to meet you all.
So many teddy bears.
Let's go.
Not teddy bears, they're cows. They're cow people.
They're cow people.
Yeah.
Big furry cow people.
Clearly they're all just
Teddy cows.
Cows?
peasant folk, travelers,
They
nothing.
really like those hoof cleaning videos on YouTube. Anyone getting served those? I know Joe was.
all the time. Like I
No.
don't. I watch them.
Okay, dude,
What?
YouTube just likes hoof cleaning videos all of a sudden.
I never even heard of that. Like for
Okay,
horses.
the other day I got served a hoof cleaning video, cow hooves, and I was like, that looks kind of weird and interesting. Watched it, hoof videos everywhere. Kind of expected that. I go over to Joe's, and he's just got YouTube pulled up on his TV, not even watch anything. I was like, Is that a dang hoof video? You've been watching hoof videos? And he goes, yeah, I saw a hoof video and started watching it. I was like, why are we getting recommended hoof videos? How many people are getting recommended hoof videos?
I saw a hoof video, and I was like, I don't want to watch that. I don't want any more of that.
Whether you watch it or
I
not.
keep getting more and more.
Yeah, you get one.
And then you see like this nasty looking hoof, and you're like, I gotta watch it.
I didn't watch it
What's
because
going
I
on?
didn't want more of it, and I'm still getting
Dude,
more of it anyway. Thanks a
hoof
lot,
videos.
YouTube.
YouTube is on a hoof video kick. I need to start making hoof videos.
That's how you get big on YouTube. Hooves.
Hoofs. Yeah, dude. What
I
about
see
you,
Milso,
Francisco?
you want to
You
make
watch
some
YouTube?
money? Show me your hooves.
I haven't seen any
You
of
watch
those.
YouTube, Francisco? You haven't seen any, Michael? Hoof
Uh-uh.
videos.
I watch
I-
it all
I've
the time.
seen it.
I've seen like 2, I think.
Okay,
Hey.
Francisco.
It just
that's
got
most of the
recommended
group
to me.
Watching hoof videos. People in the chat, Finley, Neen Monk, you've been watching hoof videos? You've been getting served hoof videos? Maybe it's a demographic thing. Or like a GPS location kind of thing. They're like, these Oklahomans want to watch hoof cleaning videos. That's what they want to watch. There's 2 guys. One guy is, I don't know where he is, and the other guy's in the UK, and he's like cleaning hooves.
And this intro
God.
song is weird.
I don't watch the UK guy. I watch the other guy, and he like carves up the hoof. And he's like, "Oh yeah, this one's pretty stinky, and it's got this white line lesion, and like I'm gonna cut it all up, and then I'm gonna put this powder on it and wrap it up, and I'm gonna glue a block to his other hoof so it can heal." And I'm like, "All right, I get that." I've watched like 12 hoof videos. That's the fix for every hoof. This hoof's jacked. Cut it all up, clean it, dump acid on it, wrap it up. Put a rubber block on the other hoof. That's how you fix every hoof. Boom! I'm a hoof expert. YouTube
Yeah.
University hoof cleaning.
So anyway,
God, hoof videos, dude. I'm glad we got to talk about hoof.
We're gonna
videos.
start a
Now we can
Furbolg foot cleaning service.
continue. Yeah, that's what we came here for.
And,
We see them all, and we're like, I see you. Do you have a white line lesion starting in your hoof right there?
Man, all this walking.
Oh my God!
You got one of
I
those
got a rock
blocks?
stuck in there.
I gotta heal
You
this
got
thing
one of
up.
those rubber blocks. I gotta glue one of these rubber. Looks like you need to have a rubber block glued to your foot. God dang, dude. Okay, we can continue with D&D now that we got the hoof thing out of the way.
That's why my views are
I-
down. Everyone's watching hoof videos instead. That all makes
Yeah,
sense
dude.
now.
Hoof videos. Do they make a hoof cleaning simulator on Steam? I bet they do. Find it and play it.
They will if they don't now. They're gonna have one soon enough. So many stupid
Oh
simulator
my
games
God.
out there. I get an email like every week. I get one. Lawnmower simulator.
I know. There's a simulator for everything. Is it Train Simulator? Is the one that has like what $1,500 worth of DLC?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god!
The new one is like
Yeah, dude.
gas station simulator. I think it's the new one.
What?
Okay, I saw that one. It has more concurrent players than Deathloop. Deathloop's like a AAA story game, and more people are playing Gas Station Simulator.
I always
It's like
wanted
you know what it is?
to-
It's a bunch of like people in IT who are like, I wonder what it would be like to live a life that was normal and not soul crushing. They're like, bam, I'm gonna play Gas Station Simulator for a couple hours, 8 hours to be exact. Then I'm gonna go straight to Home Life Simulator, and then I'm gonna go to Lawn Mowing Simulator and Cleaning Up Simulator. I'm just gonna simulate my entire life.
Then hoof cleaning simulator to finish it up.
Then Hoof Cleaning Simulator in VR. Olfactory
Wow.
add-on.
That sounds like a farm simulator,
$59.99.
like a DLC for farm sim.
Oh yeah, Farming Simulator 2021 Hoof DLC.
I've been waiting for this DLC for like 2
Oh
years.
my god, dude! I've been watching these hoof videos. I've been training for this DLC, dude. This is gonna be the best.
Next thing you know, they're gonna have VR hoof.
Yeah,
cleaning.
dude, VR hoof cleaning. I'll have to get
VR.
my Oculus hooked back up so I can like clean hoofs in first person. And be like, this is what it's like, minus the smells, because I'm sure it smells absolutely awful. All this liquid that's stored up
Probably,
inside the
yeah.
hoof.
Liquid. Boy.
It's like
Yeah, dude, they're like this bubble, and they're like, that's looking pretty bad, and they like cut it back, and then all this juice runs out of the
Yeah.
hoof. They're like, yeah,
Oh,
you gotta
man.
really clean this up, and he's like spraying it. I'm like, that juice that's in that cow's hoof cannot smell good.
it's not
It's
to
gotta be
mention
awful,
they like cut the hoof off.
almost completely
Like,
off, dude. Like,
like it's deep.
it's all
I was
squishy
watching it,
underneath.
and I'm like, man, that cow's got to just be going, jeez Louise,
What are you
off
doing?
my foot.
chopping half my foot off back there, dude. like a nail salon, but you use a grinder instead of like it's actually a grinder with like a chip wheel on it. And there's a rake and hoof off the bottom of this thing. He's got this special
Power
hoof
sander.
knife where he's like cleaning it. Oh my god, dude!
Eesh.
I know too much about hooves.
Yes, I agree.
Thank you for telling us all about it. Now we all know too
Oh
much
my
about
God.
hooves.
I'm glad I got it all. I'm glad I got to talk about it. Hooves, dude. Look at Holly. She says she's cleaning hooves in real life. She knows it stinks. I've just walked through barns and farms and they stink. You gotta know that water stored up in a cow's hoof is stinky. Blech. Blech. Cut it open, splashes your face with hoof
Ugh.
water.
Hey man, you want some hoof water?
The guy in the video never says anything about it, but then in this one I
Oh,
watched, he like
no.
cut it open, all this liquid came out, and he was like,
Uh.
let me tell you, it's the worst smell I ever smelled in my life, and I've smelled some bad stuff, and I'm like, dang, dude.
He's like, I'm not even phased by it though, because I smelled
You
it
working
so
on
often.
you working on a farm, and this is the worst thing you've ever smelled in your life. It's bad. It's real bad. It is like extra super bad, dude. This hoof water. Oh my god, dude.
Hoof water.
Hoof
On
water.
the D
I'm gonna
night.
start a brewery and call my first beer Hoof Water. Hard seltzer, Hoof Water, hard seltzer.
Ugh.
That way, even if
Oh
it's bad,
my
you feel
God.
like it's just authentic.
Yeah, it's just authentic. Oh my god, dude. Hooves.
Welcome to D
Dude.
night. So today's
Aw,
episode
man.
is about hoof water.
Actually, here's what it is. We've talked about hooves on this stream. Now you'll get it.
Now you get-
Tomorrow you're gonna
The
have
algorithm
hoof
is
recommendations.
Yeah.
It's listening.
Imagine how many times hooves have come up in the closed captioning. YouTube knows.
No, dude, you're gonna post this, and it's gonna do that auto closed caption. It's gonna listen for it, and it's gonna be like,
Yep. I'm gonna get
hooves.
so
What's
many-
gonna happen?
We're gonna
Our
get
first
so many
sponsorship.
views on this video because all those hoof
Hashtag
people.
hoof cleaning.
It's gonna get recommended.
Oh no.
You can just put it in there. Hashtag D&D. Hashtag hoof cleaning. Hashtag hooves. Hoof
Yeah.
algorithm.
Yeah.
Do a
it's-
community post about hooves.
Make that your thumbnail. Just a close up of a hoof.
Yeah.
Hoof. Just a hoof that has like a
Clickbait.
messed up bubble of like pus coming
Ugh.
out of it, and you're like,
Ugh.
check out this hoof. D&D time.
All right. So
So this is the campfire talk.
Yeah.
Furbolg's talking
Furball
about
hoof
you're having
bleeding.
problems with.
talking about their hooves.
Yeah, talk about the hooves.
Dude, apparently talking about hooves gets people in the chat going. They know it.
So it's about like 4 or 5 in the morning.
It's been an hour. We've been
Several
talking
of
about
them.
hooves.
Several of them have gone off to sleep. They're all slowly going to take a nap or a sleep, and it's just you guys.
Oof.
If you want to rest, let me know. You are full. You have full. You got a full rest before this, and you don't feel tired. Like it feels like it was just morning to you guys.
Okay, I'll tell the party. They said it might be tough to travel alone, but if the rest of you are here, we could go.
Yeah, we'll have no issues.
What all did you learn?
I'll tell them everything I learned from them about the Thriv. What's it? Thriv
Bathal is the day.
Bathal. And,
Do you know what island we're on right now? If this is where they're doing it?
Did that come up?
He said, "Welcome to Taras."
Yeah.
That was it.
Well, boys, I suspect the answers lie in the city up ahead, eh?
Are any
Let's
of them
go.
awake right now?
Yeah, we'll say that Essa is the last one, setting up his bedroll.
Okay. Before we head out, I'll just go over to him and say, we're going to leave now that my friends are here. We think it's safe to go. It was nice chatting with all of you. And I'll point. Say one more thing. Is that big mountain over there, is that Hellion?
Yeah, it's Mount Hellion.
What island is this called?
This is called Taras.
That's the whole island?
Yeah.
Are there any other islands nearby?
There's a lot of
Where are we
islands
going?
There's many islands nearby. The whole region is called Taras. Where are you from?
I'm.
Hey, y'all.
Where am I from?
Barajar. I guess technically for bones.
I grew up in Sila.
Maybe.
Do you know it?
Sylar?
Sila?
Oh yeah, Syla. No, I never heard that one.
It's a long way from here.
If the whole area is called Taras, what's the specific name for this island, or is it just Taras?
We've always called it Taras. This is the main island, the mainland.
What are the islands that surround the volcano? What are the names?
They have a few different names. Most just call it the Taras Islands, but I've heard some folks refer to it. The dwarves refer to it as Mondor.
That's where we are.
Can we like use parallels with the map and what he's saying to specify where?
Do you want to show them the map?
I don't know.
Do you
if
have
that's
the
a
map
good
on you?
idea. I think it's in the. I don't know if we do.
It's like a recording, right? It doesn't even matter. It's like a semi-sentient recording.
I say we show him the map.
Besides, what's he gonna think? You guys are from the future? No, he's gonna think, this map you have is kind of jacked.
He also points back, sort of the way you're going, and to the left a bit. He says, "The Ether Strait is also over there. I've heard that referred to, sort of an entrance to the islands."
And that's like if we follow the path and turn left.
Yeah.
Then the Ether Strait would be in that direction.
The Ether Strait would be southwest of where you are right
Okay.
now, and the town is west.
Is there an island named Mihiro nearby?
I don't know that one.
What about the Spring Isles or Barajar?
No, I don't know those.
Garsted? Some of the bigger ones.
He says, I'm from here, and I haven't traveled off this land at all. I just know of Solari because that's where we're going. I know there's a few more of us there.
If we showed you a map, could you tell us where we are? In
Maybe. Can try. He says,
I'll show the map.
he says, Bell's really probably more knowledgeable about this. Bell's the one you talked to initially.
I don't think we need to wake up Bell. I mean, I know what's going on, but we can show them the map if you want.
I just want to know like where the volcano is and where we're at exactly, so we know exactly where the volcano should have been when
I
we
think
go
it's that
back.
dark circle on the map is where the volcano was. Because the Ether Strait is right there where it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can show it to him. I don't think I have it.
So he looks at it. Let's see if he figures this thing out. He's like, I don't think this is. It doesn't look right. Like, where are we at? Where's Taras?
I don't know. We just had this map and didn't know how accurate it was, you know?
So I recognize a couple names, but that doesn't look right.
Okay. Thank you very much, Essen.
Need to get a new map.
Maybe we'll see you again someday.
He nods and goes back to fixing up his bedroll.
How long in the past? This is like a long time in the
1,000
past.
years ago, right? Or something?
Yeah.
2000.
2,000
2000.
years ago.
Oh,
Nah, dude, we're never seeing him again. He dead. How long does a furball live? 30 years?
No, they can live hundreds of years.
Oh, really? I guess everyone but humans gets shafted, I suppose.
Oh, there's a couple that don't get
Lots.
live long.
I think
What are they called?
halflings, I think, are pretty similar to humans.
Yeah. There's lots that are similar to humans.
Kenku
I
are,
had
are like,
turtles.
are like 12.
Turtles live up to 50 years.
That's
Is
it?
that it?
Turtles?
The
What?
turtles.
That's not what I learned on Finding Nemo.
Yeah, dude.
Look at
That's,
those
yeah.
He was over 100, dude.
Yeah, dude. Riding the waves.
I'm talking about the turtle race in D&D. They only live up to 50 years. I was actually pretty surprised about that.
Jack, get out of here. Or at least hop somewhere.
Okay, so
There we go.
it's still dark. The sun's not risen yet, but you guys can pack up your things and start walking that way. It'll be a couple hours before you get to the next, to the bridge and the small little settlement there that you see. You figure sun will probably be up by then.
Fantastic.
Okay, give me a perception, whoever is on lookout. You don't need survival unless you want to try to find something.
I don't know where we are on the stream. I'm pointing at Isaac, but
I'll be. I mean, I've got, I guess, disadvantage because it's dark, or is the moon bright enough for me to
Yeah, you still have disadvantage for anything.
anything outside of 30 feet because I got my blind sense dagger.
Yeah.
that way.
So a 20 or 17. I'm real good at rolling.
The only thing you note is it's really quiet. You see a crow as you're walking, just sitting on one of the branches. It's around 6, so the sun is just like about that twilight phase time. And you see a crow sitting on one of the branches, and it's not moving. It's just looking the way you guys are going.
I will stop and talk to it. Try to say hello there.
He looks at you.
Does it move?
He looks at you.
Do you know what is happening today?
Caws at you.
Should we be worried?
Caws a couple times.
You know, this power to speak to animals is really not that great because you can't understand them. It's like the worst
can feel
superpower
them.
ever. What's your superpower? I can talk to animals. That's amazing. I've always wanted to ask my dogs. No, wait. I can't understand them. They can just understand me.
I mean, I can talk
So
to
do you-
animals too.
Do
Yeah.
you want to come with us?
I talk to Jack all the time.
It caws at you once.
Can you call in Morse code?
One call yes,
It
two
doesn't-
calls no.
It doesn't come toward me at all though.
Nope, just sitting on the branch, looking at
Say,
you.
are you leaving too?
Caws a couple times.
I think I figured it out.
Other than that, unless you want to stay with the crow.
I mean, I do, but I won't.
Other than that, it's quiet. You don't see. There's not a chirp. No chirping. Just quiet. Quiet morning.
Bones has his spear still out because he is terrified.
Maybe this is just a quiet area.
You make your way. You're now out of the hills and you're into this sort of Yellowstoney. You see pools of steaming water. Anyone been to Yellowstone? You know what I mean?
Geysers.
You just
Yeah,
got-
all that stuff.
no geysers, but there's just the sort of the pools of warm water and hot springs
springs.
It's an onsen.
everywhere. It has a kind of that sulfurous smell you pick up as soon as you get down here.
Oh, Florida.
Somebody farted egg fart.
Up ahead, you can see there's a small little town around about where that bridge is that you saw from up on the hill. And you continue your walking, all quiet. You get to the town and you don't see anything. It is vacant. It's like just a little settlement, maybe 20 buildings there. They're well kept. Look like people are living there. It looks like people are there. By now the sun is up. It's just quiet. Nothing there.
Say hello. Is anybody here?
I'm gonna pull out my weapon.
You up ahead on the right, Victor. You hear the sound of a crash, and you see a shard kind person pops his head out of a door. Kind of a reddish kind of color to his face, and he goes back inside.
Say, hello? Are you the only one here? And I'll start walking towards wherever that was.
Where's the city? How far out's the big city?
You still got a few more hours.
Can I see inside the whatever he ducked behind?
As you get closer, you can see it's a general store. And as you guys are about 100 feet away, the door opens up and you see 3 of them come running out. They each have a dagger. They run out and they see you, and they start turning to run to the north, to the right. And they got like a bag of goods. One of them has stuff in his hands. They're clearly looting the place.
Hey, what's going on?
They don't say anything. They just start running. All 3 of them.
Well,
Okay.
And they're taking
not our
off.
problem.
Taking off to the right.
Have a nice time with your looted goods.
Do we want to go to the
Do you know where
right?
Siru is?
Oh, Joe's frozen.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, there you go.
Victor,
Okay.
you
Man,
see.
I don't know what's going on with my connection.
So they make a little ways out of town. You can see them running. And as they run, they all 3 at different intervals. They all 3 shift into different animals. One pops into a cat. Another one pops into a bird and starts flying. And they shift into animals and start running. Continue their run.
Oh,
look back
so
at
they
that
can
crow.
all do that.
Are you? Is the crow still visible from where we are?
No.
Dang it. The crow.
All right. Well,
Keep going.
yeah. I guess if we're not gonna follow them, go back.
All right.
We'll go.
Next thing you come to is a bridge, and you got a river going over the under the bridge. Again, hot springs everywhere. You can feel warmth everywhere as you walk through this place. The city in front of you is getting much bigger and much more grand. And you can see from this far, it's clearly the biggest city you've ever seen. Impressive towers, mostly black material they're making. You can see there's a pretty massive white structure in the middle of it. Other than that, pretty quiet.
I'll turn to Shiro and say, "Don't worry, you won't be responsible for blowing this one up."
Oh man, is that some shade from Victor?
Already gone.
Big pat on the back. Why don't you read another book, Victor?
One that gets you out of here.
So,
Victor's setting himself up to get killed by Shiro.
I'm not doing to be mean. I'm just like a playful ha ha ha.
He
Like,
pulls out a knife. He's like, pat on the back. How about I drop some magic, some fire down your neck?
in this
All
town, you do see a structure, a temple of some kind, and you can see a couple symbols you recognize. You recognize one for, well, Victor recognizes these anyways. He recognizes, he sees Talespire symbol there. It's sort of it's not a specific structure for a specific god, but it's sort of a generic YMCA kind of style of, anybody. I guess that wouldn't be YMCA. A general
swim.
community
They have a
center
pool in there.
style of building. But you notice Talespire, you see a symbol for the raven there. You recognize one with like a kraken octopus style one. You see one for a turtle, which you don't recognize. And there's a book, and there's also one that's like a sun.
Is there a Toticus one?
There is not.
No.
Toticus isn't important enough.
So you know Talespire, soon Raven. Roll me a religion check as you're walking
It's not
over
great.
by this bridge.
You'd think you'd have good religion. Kind of
Yeah,
your whole
I'm only focused really on the one. Hey, 20.
Hey!
You recognize. You don't know the turtle. Even with that, you've heard like there was an ancient. I mean, you've seen stuff with the sea witch and the kraken. It's similar to that, but you know of a Sedna god that also is that represented by that. And you got Teleus, Soon, Raven, and Zymor is the other one that you recognize, who's like knowledge, arcane.
I don't recognize the turtle though.
Mm-mm.
That's probably just another, like, there's a frog god and a turtle god. You know,
Every animal has a god. Yeah.
every animal has like
Squirrel
every
god.
animal race. It's squirrel god, yeah, bird god. That's Raven, I guess, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, where my mouse is.
Really, Victor missed out. He was gonna follow the cow god, but he just thought birds were cooler.
It's too much hoof cleaning.
Too much hoof cleaning. Yeah. The basis of the religion was hoof cleaning once a week. He's like, I'm not doing this. My toes are immaculate.
Jack, while he's looking at that, you notice that it's been quiet. No animals around here at all. But you see a couple birds fly up and sit on that bridge that you guys are getting ready to go over. There's a cat next to a building to the side. And you guys notice that they seem to be surrounding you. There's no animals anywhere, but you start to see there's animals popping up, just sort of each side of you. There's an animal popping up.
Are they like meowing and making noises?
Not saying anything.
I'll cast speak with animals and see if I catch anything.
They aren't saying anything. They just seem to be watching you.
Because
Do I
dude, they're
notice this yet?
Yeah,
They're
after you're done
diamond
looking at
people.
that, you look around and you're like, oh, there's animals here.
Hello. Are you animals or are you Parasians?
So you say that. One of the birds on the bridge shifts into his Terrassian self. He's got kind of a like a grayish color to his shards, and he has a dagger in hand. And he says,
Say, hello.
"Hello." He says, "Just drop your belongings and get."
No, we
What?
won't do that.
Knife out.
Don't try it.
We don't want to harm you.
That makes two
What
of
is
us.
going on? What is going on in the city?
Drop them and get.
We won't though. So if you're going to attack, just do it now, and we will kill you or whatever. But we really just want to talk to you.
The other bird on the side of the bridge shifts also into a shard kind.
Say hello.
Dagger as well.
Are you as foolish as your friend here?
He says, just drop it. No one has to get hurt. Just drop it.
No one has to get
The
hurt.
pack.
Just talk to us.
I don't think you understand.
Roll me persuasion.
Nat
I wasn't
20.
about to
What's-
persuade.
what board are we on? I can't-
Oh yeah. Let me pull you over here.
Pull us in.
Let me pull you in.
Oh, snap.
This
Ooh.
Hey, this looks familiar.
18.
I just pulled it up like 10 seconds ago. 18. The one on the left that just formed says, "Look, just food, a little gold. That's all we need. Just give us something, and we'll be on our way."
Surprisingly enough, Bones actually has some rations
Um,
that he doesn't need.
He says, "No one needs to die today,
Rotten rashes.
What do crystal people eat?
especially not today."
what do you eat? I don't have
Rock
creative
candy.
food and water today, so
He says, "They'll eat anything."
How about fire, and I'll produce flame in my hand.
He says, "Neat trick."
I don't think. I mean, I don't. Do we have rations? I don't know if,
Yeah,
if I have some.
You got trail rations.
Yeah, I'll give him.
Rations.
I'll toss that to him.
Yeah, I'll
Toss
toss
them
my
some,
rations.
some hardtack.
Okay, he takes it and pockets it.
What's going on in the city? Why aren't you there?
We don't belong there.
Why not?
Neither do you. Why are you here?
Is it because you're robbing people on the bridge? Is that why you don't belong there?
He said,
You're the one with bad morals. Why don't I belong? You don't even know me.
Yeah.
Not
guys
saying
are
I do
making this
belong
worse,
there,
you
but
know?
He kind of looks at you and kind of, I've never seen your kind before. He looks at everyone and sees a motley crew of various folks and says, why are you here?
We're here to investigate
Business.
what is
Still
going
holding
on
his
in the
dagger
city.
in hand.
You can
We're
put
here to
your dagger
witness the
away. We
ascension.
won't hurt you unless you try to hurt us.
unless you want to have some fun.
You mentioned the ascension. He like, bah, ridiculous. They're gonna tear the whole world apart.
Well, it'll either be a lot of fun or we'll all die. Either way, good time, you know.
He shakes his head. And he nudges his friend here, who's a little less cooperative. He's like, no, come on, we gotta just take what they got. They can't hurt us.
Yeah, we can.
Bones just start laughing.
Don't want to fight us.
Maybe a little.
There is a general store in this back there. It's empty. Get what you want out of there.
Give me persuasion again. For guy number 2. You see the ones on the side. There's a cat. There's a squirrel. They've not
14.
shifted. They're still just in animal form. I'm not sure if they are cats or not. The cat turns around and begins to walk away. And he nudges them, and they begin to back up. He says, I don't know what you're doing, but just get out of here. And they back up, let you pass.
I was about to say.
I hope you have a better day.
These two, you notice as you will get close to them that they're, you've only seen 2 or a couple shard kind. They've always had kind of a bit of a almost a translucentness to them.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are much more opaque. They're not as they're a little more dull. Their shininess.
These are
just
the
like
Thracian peasants.
Yeah, about to say this is like the class system thing. Only the shiny, clear ones get to do the cool stuff, and all the off-colored ones are the peasants.
Mm-hmm. So, you continue on.
Like some Steven Universe stuff going on in this.
They just look at you and they just watch you pass. And then
As we're walking by, I'll say, are you not there because of class issues?
We're not there because they're foolish.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Wait, why do you think they are foolish?
As you walk by, I'll say you notice that the one on the left, the more cooperative one, has a pendant on with the symbol of an ant on it, which is Teleus. No, sorry, not Teleus. He has Zymor. That's like a book. Sorry, wrong one. It's a pendant of a book.
What? Do I know?
Zymor is the god of knowledge, arcane. You don't know much more than that.
Okay.
He's the wizard god.
Yeah.
As we're walking by, I say, why do you think they are foolish?
He says because they are. Because they're going to ruin the world. Destroy everything.
Is that what Zymor has told you?
I can see that myself.
What if a couple of the gods stopped him?
That would be great, but they cut everyone off. We can't talk to anyone.
Possible you should probably try to leave the island.
No, we got to stop them.
I think it will be stopped, but I don't think you are going to have anything to do with it.
Yeah. Also, if you were trying to stop him, why are you trying to rob us on this bridge?
We need supplies.
Well, when's this thing supposed to happen and where?
Nobody knows.
Oh.
We think maybe tomorrow night. But
Is there
What about
any
the lights?
significance in Mount Hellion?
he looks at the big mountain over there. He shrugs, says that's where the gateway is, but I don't know anything other than that.
The gateway?
Yeah, what
He
gateway?
points kind of near the top of it. He said only the Only the royals go up there.
What about the light that was coming from the city?
See, that kind of looks just ain't for us.
It says that's them preparing. They're preparing for the day. It's got to be soon.
You know,
Okay.
like Theru and Bevel.
I know Ceruleana, of course. I don't know Bevel.
Where's Ceruleana?
He points at the city. Said, and the other guy next to her says it'd be better if she was dead.
Big fans, I hear.
He shakes his head and he's like, they think they're gods. They don't know what gods are. They'll stop them.
All right.
Is there a temple to Airless anywhere nearby?
They both look at each other. Who?
Thank you for your time.
They ended up being really helpful. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
The robbers were very helpful.
Robbers are nice.
You sympathize a little with them.
Well, now we definitely know why they think they're gods and then they don't get their way, so they're real salty.
I mean, if it takes multiple gods to stop them, they kind of were gods, right?
So
If the gods all have to team up to beat them down.
it's about 3 more hour walk to get to the gates of the city. As you're walking on this thing, it's just more and more impressive as you're walking. You're walking into Atlantis. It's just a very imposing city.
Nice.
Built like nothing you've ever seen before. Just strong, tall towers. You get to the city gates. It has a big wall, big black wall, and you recognize that material. It's the same black material they were digging up. The Empire was digging up, and they were using it, making it in their armor. And there's no guards at the gate. No one around. But you can begin to start picking up the sounds of chatter and commotion into the city. And as you cross the threshold into the city on this road, just for like a split second, Finn, what happens whenever you die and you're bright? Does it? Your face turns like shiny.
If I'm on fire and I die, I like explode and come back.
But you come back as your natural form.
As my natural form.
Your natural form
which is like a almost gray kind of faceless.
Isn't there a save for that?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
If someone sees them, I can look it up real quick actually, just so I'm
For
not.
just a split second, as you cross that threshold, you see that happen to Finn. This faceless thing. Everyone will have to roll a save for that. It's just for a split second. You also notice that Mr. Bones also, for just a split second, flesh, and it's gone.
What?
Back to his, because you're in disguise self, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a
so
moment,
he'd lose all his flesh, right?
For a moment, the disguise drops. You see like a human, just for a split second. You don't make really any features out, but you see a human, and he's back to Bones, back to his disguised self. You see kind of a shimmer in his look.
Do we have to make a save?
Yeah, what's that,
I'm
Finn?
trying to find it.
Well, if it's a frighten or a fear kind of
If
save, I
there
get
is.
advantage
If people
on
have
it.
seen it before, do we have to make the save?
I think I
mean,
almost have to
because we know him.
choose to-
Yeah, if you have to choose to do it, then you're fine. It's just
I think it's something that I have to choose to like scare people with.
I thought it happened every time because you like explode or whatever, and then there's that moment.
Yeah,
of,
and then I'm stuck
it's
that
true,
way
so-
for a
like
minute.
you're like a naked thing.
It's a new enough book that it's not on the free sites yet.
bet
I
some
think, yeah, you might be right.
5e tools. What are you? Changeling?
Changeling.
Is there an E in changeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, I found it.
You found it?
that's not it. Is it the official one?
Yeah, it's the official one. I got it right. I'm getting it right here. I have the book.
Which book is it?
Eberron.
Hmm.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see.
There's unsettling visage. Is that it?
Unsettling visage. Yeah, that's it. I don't even see it in here actually. But maybe it's. That's what it is. Is it something I have to choose to do? If you have it right
Yeah,
there.
it's an action, so you're good.
Okay.
Okay, so as we pass that, then I'll say, what was that?
Oh wait, you don't know I'm a changeling. Do you know I'm a changeling?
Yeah, I think so. You've done. Yeah, you changed into somebody.
Yeah. Did I tell you I was a changeling? Maybe you thought it was magic.
Mainly, I was looking at like Bones, though. What was that, Bones? Take a step back.
Something happened. All right, I'll take a step back.
Doesn't happen.
I'll let.
It doesn't happen again.
Mm-mm.
Back up like 20 paces and then come back this way again.
All right.
Could I
Did something
even
happen?
change
It didn't
to
happen again.
look like a
After he-
Terrassian?
Walking back and forth, it doesn't do anything.
Can you? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm asking, can I?
That's. I mean, they are humanoids, so as long as it's a humanoid, you're good. Whenever you, it's just split second, you see a shimmer of face change.
Do it again. Go very slowly right here.
I don't think it's like a positional thing. I don't think he's like glitching the Matrix by like crouching in a corner and then jumping on a specific spot to do a super jump or
Maybe
something.
he
It's
is.
just like,
We're researching.
All right. Wait, do you
Now
guys
try
see
that
something?
again.
I'm not seeing anything.
Did it happen again?
Every time he crosses, he goes back. It doesn't happen. He goes over that threshold. It happens again. Just a quick little glitch in his body.
Is there something going on?
I'm more surprised that it worked on me.
Do it again and look at your hand this time.
Okay.
You're
I do it.
you're disguised, so you have your hand, I'm assuming, covered up.
Oh, I thought you said that the disguise went away for a second.
It does, but
But it's
it's
just
like his
replaced by
clothing
another
doesn't. His
hand.
clothing doesn't change. Which I'm assuming his hands are like tied up or gloves or something.
Take
Okay.
that glove off.
Yeah.
I'll
All
do it.
So
right. Yeah.
bony hand, you walk through and you see for just like it's almost like you're not quite sure if that happens. You like a blink and something weird, but you saw flesh on your hand for a second, for a split second.
What's happening?
That is super weird.
Bones
I
is
think
like,
for
I want
now-
it back. I want it back.
The rest of the day going back and forth.
Yeah. Trying to
Uh,
capture that moment.
I will cast Detect Magic.
There is some powerful magic right there at
that's-
that gate.
Look, what school?
Oh, wait a minute. Is this meant to keep the... It's like a thing to keep them from turning into animals and stuff while they're in the city? Is it that kind of thing? I wonder.
I think it's an enchantment. I guess.
Can
no,
I make it
I
like
guess
an Arcana
it would be
check and
it would be
see-
abjuration. I think it would be the best school for it.
Okay.
I
Can I
might
make
have
an
made it
Arcana
up.
check to try to determine the
Yeah.
utility of it?
Sure.
16.
Yeah, it's powerful. You're not entirely sure, but you can deduce what Eric said. You've got a civilization of people that can change forms, and that for a moment seemed to have done something with their forms. So clearly, it's tied into that somehow.
Yeah, it's probably like a check. It's like an enchantment system so that they can't be animals within the city. It turns them back to whatever they are. That seems to make sense.
I'll start switching back into this guy's self. Does that do
So,
anything?
Do what?
I turn on my disguise self again.
Your disguise self is it's not a spell, right? Am I thinking this right? It's just you disguising yourself.
It's a cantrip.
Oh, it is a spell.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so that I mean, you put it back on. That we said. Sorry, I thought
Yeah.
I always what was it? I thought this before, didn't I? That I thought that was
It's like
something that
Mask of Many Faces. I think it's just a thing.
I thought it was
Yeah.
a thing where
Captain
like
Robert.
what rogues, I think rogues have it to where they can disguise themselves, non-magically disguise themselves.
Oh, just
No, mine is magical.
It's just like reverting us to our truest form for a split second. And since it's what we're doing, like what I'm doing is persistent, so it goes back maybe, and I'm not stuck being gray, weird-looking changeling.
very interesting. So if we dispelled bones, you would become human again?
No. Maybe just Bones' true form is a human, which is what he was when he was alive, but he is not alive anymore.
Well, let's make a note of that. Maybe come back here later.
No?
I guess we'll keep on walking. I've got detect magic up for 10 more minutes. If
I'm like,
anything
even if
pops out.
even if it does do something, I doubt we can carry anything out of here. Even if I might turn him back into a person. Would he leave as a person? Probably not.
So nice cobblestone streets. You guys are heading in there. You're on kind of the outskirts of town right now.
Okay.
Going
Going towards that commotion.
It's a nice looking town. Big city. As you make your way in, you can see there are no temples of anything in here. First off, that's what Victor is going to ask. You don't see anything. But you do see like taverns and inns and general stores, all pretty quiet. You don't see any signs of anybody. But you do hear a lot of commotion up ahead. And it's another 30 minutes or so before you finally see somebody, and you just see a big group of people. They appear to all be shard kind, and it's just like a sea of people. And up ahead, they're watching where this big white citadel is. Somebody is up there talking, but you can't understand what's going on. It's just too far away, and it's just a big sea of other shard kind, just like a rainbow of shard kind colors here. You also notice that there is a massive ship, like a sea ship, but it's not in the sea, sitting up there, just not too far from that citadel as well. Seems to have people on it.
Airship.
Yep.
So we can't get close enough to hear what's being said.
Maybe you'll shove your way in there. Right now you can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get closer.
Yeah.
I'll say hello. Hello.
Guy in the back turns around. Hello. He kind of
What's happening?
takes a step back and looks at the five of you.
Yes, we're weird, but you know what's happening.
It's the Ascension
Is it today?
tonight.
Oh, that's what I
Where
came
at?
for.
Well, they're loading up right now.
Where are they going? This is exciting.
Yeah.
I'll try to like performance it. Like,
He's a little caught off. Well, yeah, it's exciting.
I went, this is exciting.
Wow, so exciting.
He said,
How do we get a ticket to that ship?
I don't think it works for you. That's not how it works.
I thought it was supposed to take everyone.
Well, yeah, us.
Just Terrassians?
I don't think it works on you.
What happens to us then?
This guy's very confused. Well, I mean, you'll be fine. You can revisit your loved ones. You can go wherever you want.
But I thought we don't get to come.
Well, for the Ascension, only a few are going there. We got to prepare ourselves for it. But
So what happens?
he reaches over and squishes Victor's arm. Says, "Yeah, I don't think you can do it."
Check this out. I'm gonna flex and be like, "Come on."
Because I'm too squishy.
I got these guns.
He takes his finger and pokes. Says, "So squishy."
If I take one quick step back, maybe behind the giant furball, where I'm out of sight.
You're not gonna be out of
And
sight unless you want to duck behind a building here, because there's just swarms of people.
I can duck
This is
behind a
one
building.
guy among thousands.
Can I even change form when I'm in here, or am I stuck?
You gonna try?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go out of sight and try.
You cannot change.
Oh.
So I'm stuck as a changeling. I'm not in the elf.
You are in your elf form. Yeah.
So if I go out, change, and then come back, I'm stuck as whatever I was.
Mm-hmm. You doing that?
Yes. Yes, I am. I'm gonna go out of the town.
Okay.
I can
Telling
only
us
turn
what
into.
you're doing. You're just taking off.
I'm gonna
So
be
where
like,
do you-
I'll be right back. We're not
Okay.
that far into town. I'm gonna
It's
walk
like
out of town.
20 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. We'll walk out of town. I can only turn into people I've seen before, so I have to either turn into Siru or Bevel. And considering that,
I mean, Bevel's a kid right now, so
oh, you're right. Perfect. I'll turn into Bevel. Can I do that? Am I clinky? I don't know how that would work, honestly.
Does it change your skin texture when you change?
Yeah, I mean, it changes everything
Okay.
about me. I've
Yeah.
never, I didn't know if I could turn into,
Yeah.
I've never tried to turn into anything like that.
Yep. You're good. You look at
Okay.
yourself and you got, what color are you going to be?
I
You wanna-
have
you wanna
to-
look like
I ha-
Bevel?
I can only transform into things that I've seen before.
Okay. So Bevel, I think, was kind of a purplish hue.
Okay.
So, okay. Yeah. You are a purple shard kind person.
well, he's doing that. I'll say, does the ship go to the gateway? Is that what's happening?
You ask weird questions.
Just trying to understand what's happening. I thought that maybe we could go, but now you're telling me we can't.
You're not one of them, are you?
One of who?
You know, like the order?
What
The-
order?
The worshiper ones. The ones that think that we need these other folks.
What other folks?
Like, like they call themselves gods, but clearly they're not.
Oh, no, I thought that we could ascend with you, but if it doesn't work, I just want to know what's happening.
He says, once it's all over, then you'll be as powerful as those that once called themselves gods.
Really?
Yeah.
What will happen to those that ascend then?
Well, we're gonna give me a persuasion check. More persuasions from Victor.
Hey, not so bad.
I mean, we have to put ourselves in the, and prepare ourselves for the journey. But then once it happens, we get to come back. All of our loved ones are back. We can go anywhere.
That's what you said happens to us. What about the people that ascend?
And, well, no one's. I mean, ascend means we're everyone ascends. A few of us are going up there to help out
Initiate.
and prepare our bodies for it. But you should be fine.
Do I... Wait, you have to prepare your body, but I don't because I'm fleshy?
Yeah.
Does
Ron
this guy
doesn't
have
feel
any idea what's
fleshy.
going on?
Like your insight's good enough to tell he's a little bit out of the loop, but He thinks he knows what's going on.
I'll show back up.
Okay. He
New
doesn't-
purple.
Doesn't pay any attention to you.
Good.
I mean, he sees you, but he doesn't
Yeah.
make any note of
We
it.
don't know that you're you, so.
I mean, you know what Bevel looks like, so.
Oh, it's true. Like, hey, look, it's Bevel.
Hey, Bevel!
Oh, wait a minute. Bevel's a child right now.
Oh, hey guys, what's up? It's me, Bevel.
You hear in your mind, Finn, why do you look like that? This guy's looking at you.
He said what?
He said, why do you look like that? It's in your mind, you hear that.
Why do I look like what?
He kind of cocks his head. He looks up at the rest of you. Who are you?
My name
Just
is
like you.
Victor.
My name's Shiro.
We're just travelers. We heard about this ascension. We thought we'd come check it out.
Why are you pretending to be one of us?
So we
The
can
cheese
figure
up.
out what's going on.
That
Cheese it.
Cheese it.
And then when he says that, the other person next to him turns around, and he looks at all of you, and he kind of stops at Finn. He looks questioningly at you.
Oh, God, there's a pop quiz and you're naked.
Uh-oh. I know.
Everyone's
oh,
turning
no.
to look at you.
This has never happened before. Well, I'm just kind of stuck like this, so
It's you know, it's
I
imitation
adapt to
in form of
society
flattery
very
and all
well.
that.
Yeah.
She says, in your mind, I've heard of some like you, but I've never seen one.
yeah, it seems like I can't change once I'm in here. So they know that, they know I'm not. Immediately, they know,
that-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're more.
Well,
Victor probably picks this up better than maybe Jack too. That they're more confused than anything else about you.
His bones
I just
look like a
explain it
skeleton.
as typically when I go places, I try to blend in as best as possible, and now that I'm here, I can't change back.
But you're not one of us. But
I mean,
you look like one of us. Well, you're trying to.
I'd say it's pretty spot on. I clink my hands together, clink, clink.
Says you're not fooling us.
Could he ascend now?
What gives it away? Yeah, can I ascend now? I'm like,
Says, I don't know what would happen to you.
I feel like I'm getting left out of this ascension thing, and it doesn't sound great. I want to ascend.
Yeah, I want to be. Yeah.
Well,
Feels bad.
Everyone
Why are you leaving us out?
Well, and she speaks up, and she says, "We will ascend for all of you.
What?
We will break the barrier for everyone.
So you guys go, and then we can come.
You don't need to go anywhere. The whole world, you can go anywhere.
that sounds amazing.
So you are all going to do all the work, and we are just
We've
going to
done
reap
that
the benefits.
before. It's not fun.
Why would it not be fun to see your loved ones again?
That might be cool, but then you have to deal with demons and angels that aren't really nice, and then
Anything like that. Cyrilliana, Theodora, they can take care of any of that.
yeah, sure.
I'm afraid they can't.
Well, to tell you what, how about I just go up there and we'll see what happens.
Why don't I just go up there and ascend real quick, you know?
Yeah, it'll be an interesting thing. Me and Ciro, we're on first name basis. I met her right before I came here.
You met Cyrilliana?
That's not
Cyrilliana?
Yeah. That's not even a lie. I actually did.
He was a big dragon.
I know.
That's
There's a
pretty
hummingbird.
terrifying.
I know she's a big dragon. Everyone knows that.
Well, she was also a small hummingbird before that. And then she was...
She's very talented.
Can you do that? Can you be a big dragon?
No. I'm not trained enough for that.
Loser.
Maybe I should have just looked like her and walked down here. I show you what she looks like, but I can't change. You guys got some crazy magic going on in here.
Well, yeah.
Did they find the Thribaru?
Thriv Maru.
I don't think
Was
it
it
was
lo-
lost.
was it lost?
Is it the?
I mean, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah, where is it?
Found it.
They both look at each other. Where you say you're from again?
Boston.
I'm from an island.
I'm a Frenchman.
Place called Tail.
Tayal, yeah.
They told us to. They warned us about some. The old gods would try to sneak people in here.
Wait, old gods? Like, what kind of old gods?
He means like the Raven and stuff.
Oh, we're
Oh.
on Aerolus's team.
They don't know who Airless
I
is.
don't know that one.
Yeah, I'm not on anyone's team. I'm D&D racist. Or, sorry, atheist. I am kind of that, too, I guess. I'm, like, trying to blend in. I'm like, yes, I am Chris person.
I'm racist like you. See, we're the same. Oh, hey, buddy.
I look over at Victor, and I'm like, you suck.
Dwarves, huh?
I poke him. I'm like, you're all fleshy. You don't even belong here. Get out of here.
While you're chatting, a bright light begins to form up at the front of this thing. Immensely bright. It just takes over the whole city. Blinding light.
Seems like it's time.
Quickly as it shows up, it fades.
So,
What was that?
What was that? Yeah.
That's the preparation.
How many more?
He looks around at the crowd and says, yeah, just a few more.
Does it look
Hey.
like maybe like they're like taking people and then that bright light happens?
It's hard to see, but you're like peeking up. You're pretty tall, aren't you?
Yeah.
Peeking up at the front.
I am.
It's a long way out, and after the light faded, there was a little bit of a gap in the crowd, way up front, where the person talking in the podium and all that is, and then the people moved in a little bit further.
Oh, like they're
Turning
burning
them
the
into eyes.
Yep.
Okay.
We should head up there. I think.
Yeah.
Did you say converting them into eyes out loud?
No, I did not.
I mean, I was talking out loud, I guess.
The lady one says, "What do you mean converting?"
They're sending
Uh,
into eyes.
Eyes? No, your eye is always with you. Just
Is it?
pure form.
How many in per eye?
About 1,000? But no, it's not one eye. All
Multiple
our
eyes.
eyes go into the vessel.
Oh, it's the concentrated eyes.
It's a bunch of individual eyes inside the vessel. That's
They're
why you're
using
preparing.
all the power.
All
They're
right.
preparing by converting you into pure energy and storing you in a ship to then use the pure energy to defeat the gods and split the realm, split the world apart, split the planes, bridge between the planes.
You're
You've
saying
never
that.
heard of? You've
Yes,
never
I
heard
said
of
that out
Airless?
loud.
She says, I guess something like that.
I'll say you've never heard of Airless.
Friend
She's
of
not
yours?
old enough yet.
Yeah, friend of ours.
Are they like you, too?
No.
She looks at Finn, asking directly at Finn.
You mean it being able to change forms? No. Well, no, not that I know of. A little, but not in the same way.
Victor, you notice that There was no temples or anything of worship here, but you do notice that there is a symbol of a turtle up a little ways on one of the buildings.
What is the turtle?
He looks over at it and says, "Oh, that's Verplumana."
That's a mouthful. What is that?
Yeah, it sure is.
He's like, no more one syllables for me.
What's Verplumana?
Just an order some people follow.
To what end?
They're like monks. You know what a monk is? They train
I've
the
heard of
bodies. Yeah. Theodora
Is it
leads
like
that.
Is it who?
Theodora.
Do I know who that is?
I don't know if that came up in
That sounds
your
familiar.
book or not. It's come up before.
Yeah, it does sound really familiar.
It sounds familiar. So I was wondering.
Here's a question for you guys. Have you guys ever heard of the religion of Toticus?
God.
Oh God, no,
Man.
no Toticus! I turn around and I slap him, and I'm like, I'm headed up to Toticus.
Side quest.
The toads.
What was the thing's name?
They say no.
Vorplumana?
Verplumana.
Verplumana.
Verplumana. Wait, Verplumana? Okay.
Pluma?
As in Pluma?
It is Pluma, isn't it?
Dang, son. All right.
Pluma was a big turtle.
We know that Pluma
Is-
was. We now know that Pluma was a god-ish. No, she was Terrassian, right?
He's
Or she-
immortal like Siru.
Yeah, she's immortal like Siru.
They read the Thrimmer.
They read
Nope,
the Thrimmer.
that
again.
was-
No.
That was Theodora, where she came up before. Pluma was a god.
Pluma was a god. Okay.
Perhaps we should go look in. Is it a temple? Or is it just a building? Or
Sort
is
of like a monastery building.
Perhaps we should go
Go
to
there.
to there.
Okay. You can
We're gonna
wade,
do some sightseeing.
wade your way through the crowd, make your way there. You get
Yeah.
a lot of looks because you look at this crowd
Hello.
and you don't see anything other than the shard kind here.
How much taller am I than everyone else here?
They vary in height. They vary from. Actually, how tall are they?
Oh, you made like a profile. Crystal people.
I'm stealing another race from a different edition of D&D.
Oh.
Um,
I don't remember this one from.
Shard Mind are from 4th edition. I changed the Shard Kind because I'm very clever.
They're like the Borg, but crystals. Is that what you're saying? That's what they were in 4E?
Yeah,
The shard mind.
these crystal people. They're about 6 feet tall, all of them around there.
So I am like 1.5 feet over everyone here.
Yeah, you get some looks, but everyone's very, very, very interested in what's going on up front. Almost like a few look at you. The ones that walk by close that you obstruct their view, they look at you.
Hey, get out of
But
the
if
way.
you're not, if they're not looking already at you, or you're not bumping them or whatever, they pay no attention. They're transfixed on what's happening up front.
Oh, good. At least they're not staring me down like the last two.
Alright, I have a question about
Excuse me,
bones.
pardon me. Sorry, I know I'm very tall. Sorry.
Okay, Mr. Bones.
Does Bones magic self-disguise thing, is that off? Or is that on still?
You had it on when you went through, correct?
Yes.
You have it on.
Still working.
It's like permanently on.
Yeah.
What if I switch it to another person?
It does not work.
Okay,
Did
what
that
if
take
I
a
try
spell?
to turn
Did
it
that
off?
take a spell slot, or is that a cantrip?
That's a cantrip.
I think it is. I think it's supposed to be like a spell, but I think it's just a at-will thing.
You have so many times
Like
per day you can do it,
locksmith.
or is it just whenever you want?
Whenever I want.
Anyways, let's make our way to this building.
So yeah, you kind of weave your way through this, we'll say Alamo style kind of a building, but it's got like a black surrounding.
I heard there's no
Facade.
basement.
Yeah, no basement. So you enter in there. It's empty, but it looks to be just a big open room, and you see a lot of turtle memorabilia, turtle iconography. That's the word.
There's like some turtle
There's a
coffee
turtle
mugs, and some
pennant
turtle
and,
candles.
some cup holders.
Some
I
posters.
heart turtles. The T-shirts.
This doesn't seem to be a temple of worship, as you're familiar with. It seems to be more of like a monk's.
Okay.
Like a
I
monk.
wanted to say gift shop.
Like a monk abbey kind of place. There's no altar. It's just like an open room, and you can see there's some like staves and robes and stuff like that against the walls, like a dojo, I suppose.
Like a dojo.
Yeah. I can put
There's no
river.
one in here.
Nope,
Or
it's
like
empty.
a temple, like a Shaolin temple kind of thing.
I got your river in bed, so
Hello.
we're gonna take a
Okay.
quick
Okay.
break.
Take a break.
Oh man, I can now eat some pistachios now.
You know, I haven't changed a lot lately, but I don't like that I'm stuck now.
It's
It feels restricting.
like one of those.
All right, we will stop talking about illicit.
We're back. Just in time.
Yes, just in
Just
time.
in time.
All right. So,
Actually, it's all okay here.
Oh,
so.
I have a board for you. I forgot. How could I
So
forget?
we're in the dojo.
You got the dojo?
Yeah, I don't have a dojo. You
Oh.
are in the dojo.
You telling me there's not a dojo on one of those on that website? There's got to be a dojo
there probably
on that website.
is. There probably is.
So if we walk in there, there's no one there. I'll say, hello, is anyone in here?
No sign of anyone. It is
And
just
ninjas drop from the ceiling.
Okay,
just
just like free staves and stuff, right? These are all just for free.
there is
Thanks.
big open room, and you can see there is a door in the back for something back there, but it's mostly just a big open room with turtle memorabilia.
It's a T-shirt that says.
That's a
My parents
weird
went
way to
to-
put it. I keep thinking that this is a
I
turtle
know.
gift shop that has weapons in it.
My parents went. To
Iconography
the
is the word.
Monk monastery.
They
And all
go-
they brought me back was this shirt.
They brought back one of those a souvenir spoon
Yeah.
that has a turtle on the top of it.
Turtle
There's
shell
those
is the spoon.
There's coin smashers
Yeah.
on the side.
Has the
Yeah.
spoony bit. Yeah.
Come out with
Where
a
you
little,
roll
little
a
wax
penny
turtle.
through. Yeah.
Roll- You got a copper
Injects
piece on you?
plastic
I
and it
want to
makes
do
a
this.
Like a zoo gift shop.
Oh, do they got the wax things? Can I get a wax turtle?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. They got wax
Yeah.
turtles. They weren't wax, were they? The ones at the zoo?
They have
Are
them.
those wax?
They have them again. Yep.
I thought they were injected molded plastic.
I think they are plastic, actually.
Yeah, they're like an injection
I don't know,
molding
it said-
machine, just on a small scale.
It says they're. I'm pretty sure they're wax because they have those little bits in the end, and you can scrape them off, and it feels like wax.
That's true.
They
That's-
must have
what's it
changed
called,
it.
like Waxorama or something.
I swear it was plastic when I was a kid. They probably changed it to wax.
It's wax
for,
because Isaac had one too. We had when we were kids, and you could still like smell the wax smell out of it. Smell like a candle.
Huh.
That
That's
or
super
it's
weird.
cancerous plastic.
I remember it being cancerous plastic. And they might have changed it to wax for that reason, because it was cancerous plastic. You ever do the hand mold thing with the wax?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember
Yeah, I did that. No, not at the zoo. I did that at the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum.
Yeah, they like lube up your hand with Vaseline. So you can
Yeah, and then
pull it
stick it in this thing, and you can hold your hand however you want, and then it comes out, and then they keep dipping it, and then they pull your hand out of it, and it's like a hollow wax shell of your hand.
Weird.
I used to have it. It finally broke, I think, I didn't mind like the thing.
So you notice an empty abbey. We'll call it an abbey for Pluma.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Is there any dice in there?
Well,
Pluma,
is there
are you in
any
here?
information about her in here? If there's this memorabilia, is there
pamphlets?
is there a pamphlet?
Not in this main room here, other than just the turtle iconography is all you really see.
To the
I'll go
back
to the
room.
back.
Let's go.
Yeah,
There is a back room, and there's like a small office back there.
I'll knock on the door first and then open it when no one replies.
The door's cracked open anyway.
Oh, no, it's open. Okay.
No one there. Inside there's a desk. There's a bed. It's just like a small little what's a one bedroom place? Not a one bedroom, but a
Studio.
a little studio room in there. Some robes in the wall. Pretty basic.
Is it an efficiency or is it a studio?
I don't know the difference.
Is there a kitchen?
Is there any?
No,
Is it just a big
Then
open
it's an
space with a
efficiency.
bathroom?
there's no kitchen. You don't see a bathroom anywhere either.
Oh no! Look out! Don't go in the corner. I gotta go.
Crystal people don't go.
They make little
And
gemstones.
then we learned there were no bathrooms in the entire city.
That's how it's so clean.
You wonder how those eyes are made.
All right, is there anything back here?
Yeah, you got a desk. There's some things on the desk, bed. Rummaging through, you can make out that this little room belongs to Theodora.
Okay.
She drinks the Kool-Aid.
She appears to be the leader of this abbey. Mentions of uses the full name, but Pluma.
Okay, so I guess I wasn't aware of this before, or maybe I didn't pay attention, or maybe I forgot. They have multiple gods that they're working with. They don't. It's only other gods that don't like this.
I think Siru told you that. I don't know what Siru told you. Siru wanted you to kill some gods.
Only ones that we know are like maybe on their side are Pluma and Aerolus, but the people here don't know who Aerolus is. And Pluma was apparently struck down, so that's what we got. When I rifle through the desk, is there any mention of Aerolus in there anywhere?
Give me an investigation check. See what you find.
Can I help?
Sure.
Search. I'll give you advantage.
Okay. I don't know where that. Oh, we're not. I need to be on the other board.
I'll put you on there.
Jeez.
Beware those of you that have smaller computers. This might be a bit of a.
Oh no.
What do you mean?
About to get warm in here. All right.
It's such a pretty look, though.
Maybe I should
did it
have
summon?
30 tabs open.
It did not.
It did not. Oh, there it goes.
Hey,
It's just
there we
loading.
go.
Whoa!
Oh
Nice.
man, that is
Oh.
wicked.
I did not make
It's
that.
It's
loading
still
in.
loading for me.
Wow.
This is the
It's
new
still
Marvel
loading
set.
now.
New marble stuff.
Yep.
Ooh, man,
This is,
that's so cool.
What's his
Gongo
name?
calls for aid.
Istolri?
Genghis, no?
Is that his name? Istolri Astra?
Is
They
this
make-
the airship?
They make all kinds of things on here. And yeah, there's an airship
It
there
didn't-
also, which is by Red Dwarf? Redbeard.
I don't think it fully loaded because there's some trees floating around outside.
You have to go all the way up on with your white one because it's a big map.
Man, that's so cool looking.
Yeah, there's just like trees floating, but that's okay.
So you guys are a little bit ways away from this, but you can
investigation.
see that, and in that town square area is sort of where somebody's standing there reading or
Thanks
and
for
talking.
advantage.
I think we hit Greece, guys.
Would you get 15 investigation?
Yeah.
She's got a couple notes about her. You can tell that you get the idea that she's someone important. She mentions Ceruleana. She mentions a name Bunt, B-U-N-D-T, Bunt, as someone of importance.
Do I know
He
that
likes
name?
cake.
Sounds familiar too.
You probably know that name. Yep. You see a mention of an Edemia also. And you kind of figure out
I do know that name.
she's a bit of importance, this Theodora.
Someone important, like an actor. But no Aerolus.
No airless mention. You can tell that she is her mentions of Pluma. Ver Pluma. You see her mention almost like she has like a friendly relationship, like she's like just a buddy.
Okay.
As well. A respected buddy.
Do I have any idea why these people wouldn't have heard of Aerolus? Do I know if the god Aerolus like popped up later in the timeline or?
Give me a religion check, and I'll try to remember what I told you before.
$13?
So you know, Aerolus isn't a major god. Was never a major god.
Okay.
She was always a pretty minor thing. And you also, I think I remember. This was Rook that learned this, but out of character, you learned that she used to be in the Feywild, and she got
Yeah, I knew
banished.
Rook knew that.
But it wasn't
Yeah,
that.
we knew that.
It wasn't that long ago that she got banished.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
maybe
you're right.
Aerolus
You're
was
right.
helping after this.
Maybe. Yeah, because she didn't get banished until very recently because we were investigating that.
Yeah,
this
in
is before I even
in
showed up. There was something going on in the Feywild that you guys.
Fëanor. Remember, Fëanor was kind of falling apart
Yeah.
after Aerolus abandoned him, and that had only happened a couple years before.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys like before I was playing with you? Wasn't there something going on in the Fey realm that?
Oh no! Whenever we are teleporting back and forth, we went to the Feywilds and Lenta was there and he wreaked havoc on him.
Yeah, he was just wrecking shop. Actually, they were handling it pretty well, actually.
A long time
think
ago,
so. They're getting
old
crushed.
time, 2 years ago, Joe made a character that was an Eladrin.
Yeah.
A Laudrin elf.
From the
Oh
city
yeah, I remember that.
in the Feywild. That's where they're from. And whenever you guys went there, that city was gone. Had been destroyed.
So
That's just a little background.
it
Feywild.
seems like
info
Airless
for you.
probably got mad about that and just decided to team up with whoever was against the gods. She may not even have any interest in.
Yeah, but unless
the
time
Tarasians.
passes extremely differently across the planes, it's very unlikely that lines up. Right?
I don't know. It seems like Airless doesn't actually care about the Tarasians. It seems like she just was looking to spite the gods.
Maybe.
Okay.
Back outside, you got crowds of Shardkind surrounding this. And you see a familiar sight as you step out this time. You see the ship that's loading things up. You see a very familiar looking pearlescent dragon that is now flying about at the ship. You see it take off, start flying about a little bit. And it takes off behind the mountain.
We need to go to that mountain, I think.
We do.
Yeah.
Turn a couple of us into big birds, and we can fly.
I can tell you how to spell things.
Probably outside. So we can do that. I'm gonna guess though that if I personally can't change into anything, I can't
Yeah.
change you into anything.
There,
Yeah,
let's go back outside.
You make your way to the gates. You're now outside the gates. You see, now that you've come back out, there is about a dozen dwarves on the road. And they're walking this way. On the road that you guys came in on.
Uh-oh.
Wearing some white robes, white tabards, I think is probably a better word for it, not a robe. Marching in. They don't have any gear. They don't appear to have any gear. They just seem to be an order of some kind walking in. All dwarves.
These are the ones that came to stop it.
Oh, did we already know about that?
They told us, they asked us if we were the order, that there was people coming, or that
Oh,
they were told to look out for whatever people, some order. So I'm guessing that these are the people that alerted the gods, and the gods came or will come.
They are approaching. You can make out
There's
they have the symbol of Teleus on them, which is an ant. All of them do.
there's nothing we can't really affect. Obviously, we're not going to be able to affect what actually happened.
We can just
So-
get information.
We can just get information, I suppose.
Teleus is the one that she really wanted us to kill, right?
Yep.
So these guys are the ones who really messed it up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so even if we blew them up right here, it's not going to change what happened in.
Or will.
He goes.
Or
I'm like, all right, maybe we blow them up. Okay, I don't know.
They are marching in. They don't pay much attention to you. The one in front nods.
Wait a second.
What are y'all doing?
Going to see the show. Give our blessing.
Going to stop the show.
Why would we do that?
Why not?
I don't know. I don't understand.
Come on,
What-
you're coming to stop the show.
We know,
You
we
can
know
tell
who
us.
your god is. Come on now.
Yes?
He doesn't want this to happen.
Why not? What do you know of Teleus?
More than
Lots
you.
of things. Lots
Or
of
than
them.
you, we don't know anything about it. We don't.
I'm just talking.
Kind of looks at you, kind of gives you a snarl, looks at the rest of you, and says, and you've insulted this guy. He says, Teleus is the reason this is happening. Because of him.
What's happening?
Insight check.
Roll it.
We're gonna have some betrayer gods in these.
Once you told us to
yeah,
down.
draw 20.
He is offended that you even thought that Teleus wanted to stop this. He is all in on this is what they want, what he wants.
Well, now I'm super confused.
Maybe Teleus is
He's a
ends up
betrayer
being a
god or
betrayer.
something.
Yeah,
Then why did Siru want him killed?
because of the betrayal.
Huh.
You know, like he gets in, he's like, "Yeah, I totally want this to happen."
Maybe
guys.
maybe
And then they
he's the
start
one
it
who
up and they're
opened
like,
it back up
"Ow."
to let all the other gods close in on him.
Yeah, maybe he got cold feet.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yep.
There's bright lights and stuff.
He says,
He'll
Very
get turned
pretty.
into a crystal.
you don't want to watch the show?
We have some things
we
to
were-
check on. We'll be back.
Yeah, we were just in there. It's very interesting.
Okay. Gonna be a big day.
Well, you've more than you know. Here we go.
They continue on. No shimmer as they walk through the gate. Walk as dwarves. They go in.
Okay.
Nice. Are we
So I'm gonna turn not to be a crystal person because it doesn't even matter. And then I guess I'll use polymorph to turn two people into giant birds.
You going
I'll
back to elf
I want to
form?
become a giant bird.
Yeah. I don't trust Mr. Bones, so Victor and Shiro are gonna be giant birds.
Caw.
I
Make
don't
me an
trust
eagle.
Victor.
An eagle! Giant eagles.
You guys are giant birds now. What you gonna do?
Fly up
We'll
there.
go-
I'll pick up Jack and Finn,
Okay, where are you going?
I'll grab
and
bones.
just to make Victor a little uncomfortable because I know he has a thing for not liking them.
I'll look at him and just.
Eh,
Oh.
Aw.
Make sure you don't fly through the barrier when you go by the thing.
It would just lock me into it.
Yeah,
but
you
in
guys
that
should
split
just
second, they might fall off.
don't fly
That would
over
be
the
funny.
city
It
either.
would be funny.
I hope
I mean,
so.
I
Going
can drop.
towards the mountain, right?
Yep, we're heading
That's
to the
what I-
gateway.
Okay, how do you want to get there? You can go straight there, but you're gonna go through the city. You can go kind of around. It's so you can make it out from if you go up. You can make it out. There's a road that leads up from the city. A pretty well developed road, it seems.
How long?
As
How long
in-
does polymorph last? An hour?
Yep.
Can we get there in an hour if we go around?
You want to go like around and over that place? Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, you fly fast enough.
Yeah, giant eagles are really fast.
Let's go.
Do you want to go to the right or to the left? It's straight in front of you.
What does the right look like?
Okay, you fly to the right.
What does it look like? What's the difference?
It's just one big mountain and a couple other mountains on the side, so you can't really. It all looks pretty much symmetric.
Let's go right.
Okay.
You go to the right, and you
Should go
notice
left.
on the smaller mountain on the side there is a pretty massive looking fortress over there, carved into the mountain. Looks dwarven. And then you make your way up. How close to this gateway do you want to get? You can see it's just sort of a switchback kind of road, but well developed and marked in like ever burning torches and things along the way. And it's a extravagant looking door into the mountain, kind of Petra style. And there's a couple people on that switchback.
Maybe just go up to the top, right?
Yeah.
Um,
We'll
As-
land like right next to Siru if she's there.
you do see Siru flying around. She's on the other side of the mountain flying, doing a circle right now. She's in dragon form.
Suppose we'll just fly to her. She's the important one, right?
Do we see a structure up there or a
You just sort of see like a
portal-y looking thing,
like a
or-
Petra looking building in the mountain, where the
Maybe I looked that up.
gateway is.
Okay, I'll go that way.
Both of you going that way?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Petra. I'm looking up Petra. What is Petra?
It's what Indiana Jones.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah,
It's
I know what
it's
this
what
is.
the
Okay.
Last Crusade temple looked like.
Okay. As you get pretty close, there's a little glitch in the matrix.
The cat walks by twice.
I need those of you that are being held on to make a reflex save. Because those claws disappear for a second that are holding you.
I'm right on top. These are my birds.
So,
Reflex.
like a what save?
Reflex, deck save.
Not
Okay.
gonna be good. I'm not very dexterous. Why is my? I tried to roll a dice and it disappeared. I can't roll dice.
Can I assist Bones by grabbing out after?
No. 5.
Do I get to assist him? I did say I asked before he rolled.
You did ask.
Oh,
Go for
no. That one.
it.
Well,
Roll yours, Victor. Where you at, Finn?
It won't let me roll.
This is a dex save.
Yep.
Does he get advantage or do I make my own?
Make your own because you're trying to grab him.
Okay.
I'll roll for you, Finn.
Gonna be bad. Actually, wait. As a
There
bird,
you
what
go.
is my
Hey,
what's my
that's pretty
dex
good,
as
thanks.
a giant eagle?
I don't know.
Do you
That's
know?
just
Finn?
what I got. I got a 15. Oh, what's your dex as a giant
Just
eagle?
roll
I'll
it.
look it
And,
up.
here you go. You got +3.
Okay. 13.
Okay, so he starts to slip. You grab his hands,
Hey.
Jack.
My arm falls off.
Do I hear crunch?
what happened?
You start falling,
Okay.
Oh no.
and you figure
Bye, Jack.
you got about 50 feet to fall. If anyone wants to do anything to catch you, otherwise you're gonna fall 50 feet on
Do
the
I
side of the
notice
mountain.
it? Or
I
is he
got-
Yeah,
behind me?
yeah, you all notice it. He's going quick. So if anything,
I'll try to swoop down and
split second
grab him.
things you can do, I'll let you give him a chance to be caught.
Could I could I touch him and to teleport him on top of one of
I'll
the
touch next
birds?
to you.
He's on a different bird than you, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll eat Bones and me, and then Shiro and the other two. If I can try to swoop over and grab him, I will.
I'll give you a dex save. Will be like a fly check to see if you can grab him.
Well, let's try teleporting
It's
on
a 10
top of you.
again, so 13.
Yeah, that's not gonna be enough. So Jack, you're falling. You're falling. Is it D6 per 10?
I think so.
That's not even that bad.
Nah.
Nope.
So you see Jack fall. He falls 50 feet in the air. Thump. 14
Stands up
damage.
and is like, ow, jeez.
I lay on my feet. I'm like, wow.
14 damage. It's like stubbing your toe. That's
Yeah.
14 damage.
It's ridiculous.
What?
50 feet is like.
You just fell out of a 5-story building and you just, yeah.
Wow.
You just hit the ground and you're like, oof, ooh, that kind of
My
hurt.
knee.
You got a cramp.
Yeah.
Leg room.
Ah,
Oh.
Charlie horse.
Man, I gotta stop doing that.
You
Wow.
just did like a.
I guess I
Did
should
fall
play.
damage get lamer in 5e? I feel like fall damage used
I
to
think-
kill you pretty hard.
I think maybe just because you guys are high level. Also, I rolled kind of bad. Because that could be, I guess it could still only be 36 damage. Or no, less than that, 30 damage at most. So I guess I rolled average.
Jeez.
Is it D6 per 10? I guess it is.
I can look it up.
And then it's a max of 20 D6.
I think it's 2d6 for 10.
1d6 for every 10 feet
Yep.
to a
To
maximum,
a maximum
of 20d6.
20d6.
Yeah. It killed you guys before.
Yeah, it killed the weaker guys.
The guys that were already low.
Anyway, you see Jack fall, and then thump, little dust of dirt pops up as he lands.
Do a flip,
It's like
land.
Wile E. Coyote.
I'm
Oh my
imagining
gosh,
more
we'll be
of a
fine. Let's
superhero
go.
landing.
Wait for me.
He's doing like
I'll
a
go down.
superhero landing.
I'll just go down a little bit, pick him up, and keep on going.
All right.
He lands pretty close to because the berry doesn't get you until you're pretty close to that opening. So you're only, another 100 feet to that place.
Okay, so I looked up the 3-5 rule, and it's the same, except for there's a variant rule that multiplies it by your size.
So big people fall harder?
Yep.
That's not
The
how
bigger
it
you
works.
are,
The faster you
the
fall.
harder you
That's
fall.
not how it works.
Well, the more
That's
falls
fine.
on to your bottom half, right? There's more
Yes.
weight behind it when you land. You don't fall any faster. You just fall harder.
Just fall harder. You got more mass hitting the ground.
It'd be
All right,
like
so-
the difference between dropping an ant and dropping a bowling ball.
In front of you is you're on a mountain. You're on a small path, well paved, lights, no one around that you see at the moment, and then an opening into the Petra-like gate. Opening.
Let's get in there.
Get in.
Okay. As you
They're stuck as birds, right?
you are stuck as birds.
What happens if the spell runs out?
I don't know, but you are birds.
We wake up and we're not in the book anymore.
What?
We pop out and we're birds and we're stuck.
Oh God. That's how the campaign ends. Everyone's birds.
We gotta read the book again.
You make your way
you can
into.
stop concentrating on the spell. We're fine.
Yeah.
This is where you cast all your concentration spells at the same time.
You guys are birds still. You make your way into the front, and you can just feel an enormous amount of heat coming out of this doorway.
Right.
And you peek inside. You don't see anyone, but there is a ramp and stairway that sort of leads down, and you can see an orangish glow down there. As you are in a volcano.
All right.
Oh.
That's it. There's no one in there.
You don't see anybody, not from up here. There was a couple people walking up. They are behind you. You don't know if they saw you or not. They probably did. You figure.
Well, yeah. Giant birds.
Mm-hmm. What you gonna do?
I guess we're gonna check it out. Where's that dragon? Where's
She's on the other side of the mountain.
Maybe we should have just gone to her. Let's. Dang. Who wants to go down the mountain? People who aren't birds.
I
Sure.
guess I'll go.
Aw. Will they fit? Do they fit in the door?
Big opening.
Big opening.
I'm flying in.
All right, I guess we're going in.
Okay. It's hot. It's real hot. And you also, Finn feels this, as does Victor. I guess Francisco feels this as well. Mr. Bones, you cast spells as well. There's a very strong arcane presence in here. Very, very strong. Immensely strong.
Very good. Familiar or mentally strong? I'm going in.
It's that or more strength than that.
Oh, dang. Okay. Let's go.
You make your way down the stairs, into the mountain, down the stairs,
Yeah.
and it sort of wraps around the mountain. You're kind of spiraling down in this mountain, and it's very hot. You can see orange lava, magma down below, far down below, and you continue venturing further down the stairs, or flying down, I suppose, if you wish, or walking as a bird.
I'm flying.
Heck yeah.
It'd burn up the feathers.
And as you get 30 minutes down or so, you hear a kind of a rumble as something very large is outside the door. And then a boom, boom as it steps in. You look up and you can see the head of a dragon.
Oh.
And she turns her head and looks down at you. And she says, "Who are you?" She starts to fly down.
Our talkie guy is now a bird. Perfect.
And she kind of hovers where you guys are. And you get a very familiar sight, as you can see in her eyes.
Yeah.
And this sort of fear starts to kind of envelop you. I need everyone to make.
I say, no, wait. You asked who we were. We were told to check all this out by you.
In the future,
By you in the future. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
She says, I don't know you.
We read a book called The Ascension, and now we're here.
She hasn't written it yet, though. She has no idea what you're
Yeah,
talking
I
I
about.
know.
everyone make
I'm
me,
just- I know.
make me a wisdom save
God
an
dang
eagle?
her.
as she just looks into your soul.
What's
As
my
an
wisdom
eagle,
as
right?
an eagle?
I don't know.
I'm looking.
I'm gonna need you to roll me a wisdom save.
I'm gonna
What kind of
say that
wisdom
I
save
failed
is
it
it?
because I rolled a 7.
16
Hey,
for
that's
you,
a good one.
Finn.
Nice. So 17.
What kind of wisdom save is it?
Wisdom.
The one,
It's actually- +2.
A 9 for me.
18 for Finn. No, what'd you get, Finn?
I got a +1 on mine, so whatever you rolled +1.
Yeah, I got 10.
We are all failing.
What'd you
We're
get,
all
Francisco?
scared.
7.
Okay.
She
Except
looks
for
into our
Bones, who's
souls.
immune
She's
to
gonna
fear.
see we still told the truth. Or that
Yeah.
I
6.
told the truth.
Are you immune to fear, Bones?
Oh, I get advantage against being fear.
Well, there you go. Do it again.
Crit. Hopefully. Oh, that's 11.
Okay. All 5 of you flee in terror for the next minute as this
Why?
dragon
What?
is looking at you.
Dang, you rolled pretty good for me, didn't you?
Yeah, I rolled 16, so you got an 18.
Okay, and I didn't
You
get
don't
it.
have any other bonuses to that?
You rolled a 16? Yeah, it's just my base wisdom, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
She's going to try to grab Jack.
What?
She's going to try to grab you. So you are running away from her, but if you want to try to avoid her grab, she's going to try to grapple you. Her claw comes out to grab you.
Okay.
So roll me a athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics or acrobatics?
I'm so far away already. 80 feet per round.
Yeah, the birds are gone.
You just shoot up. Just
Yeah.
Oh,
oh.
Nat 20.
Yes.
Okay. She goes to grab you, and you squirm, and you duck out of her claws.
I dodge.
Mm-hmm. It's
Actually,
your
It was like a-
160 feet per
He does like a
round.
sick backflip over.
yeah, impressive.
Sure.
Let's see, where's my?
Fear.
At the end of every turn, you guys can redo that save. So everyone redo that save again.
Roll for me. I don't know why I can't roll.
Another wisdom save?
Oh, I failed.
I only
19.
rolled 2 19s.
It's gonna take like a nat 20 for me and Joe to to be able to get out of that.
18
Oh, yeah,
again
might be.
for you.
Okay.
Me and Joe are gone. 160 feet per round. We are so out of there.
And we're like, see ya.
What'd you get, Francisco?
18.
Okay.
I
So
got a 19.
David made it.
Hey!
What?
Jack is running. Everyone is running. Mr. Bones, what you doing? Dragon is right there.
Who? You know what? Bones, it's time to man up. He's gonna start
What?
punching his face. He's gonna grab out his spear.
Rip
This is
Mr.
such a bad
Bones.
idea.
What was the first part of that? Did you say I'm gonna start punching my face?
I'm gonna like man up by punching my face. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Clack,
Let's
clack,
go.
clack,
Slap,
clack,
slap.
clack.
Exactly.
One
Myself,
point of
myself.
damage.
All right. I'm gonna tell everyone to snap out of it, and I'm gonna hit. I don't feel sorry for Jack, so I'm gonna hit Jack.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Does he
Jack-
catch up to me?
Jack's far away. Jack's
Yeah.
running.
Well,
He throws his spear at him. He's like,
Yeah,
"You know what,
like-
Jack?"
Now's my chance.
He's like, "I'm
That's
gonna
my
man up.
chance.
I'm gonna kill Jack."
Yeah,
What is happening right
I would
now?
love to see that.
Ugh.
Every time it's the David moment, it becomes just the wild hour.
real.
It's like,
Okay, what you doing, David?
oh crap, I don't know.
Dragon in front of you.
I'm just gonna stare her down.
What?
Okay.
That saves at the end of his turn, doesn't it? Anyway, isn't it?
Is it? Oh yeah, at the end. You're right. You're right. Okay. So she is going to she's gonna sit on the steps and just sort of watch you guys run away.
What's a nice dragon?
Of course.
He didn't
Am
believe me
I-
at all.
Am I to another island yet?
You guys take off and just start flying away out of the mountain.
Okay.
Everyone's running.
What is
You can roll,
Bones got?
roll your saves if you want. David, what are you doing? There is
Wait a second. I got feared. Does that give rid of concentration?
Natural 1.
Oh, another 7.
I don't think fear does.
Good thing there's no combat tonight, because we would suck.
Yeah, this is bad.
This would have been your night to kill us.
Okay. I have my crossbow. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
shoot. I'm gonna shoot at one of the birds.
What?
They're
They
gone.
gone.
What about Jack?
Okay.
They're so
What?
far gone.
Why are you gonna shoot Jack?
Why are you thinking it's your party member?
Yeah,
Just
what's
shoot-
happening here? You're
Shoot.
not-
I gotta snap him out of it.
You're not scared anymore.
That's not gonna
Dude.
snap him out of it.
I know.
You know. So-
You know what?
Oh,
Never
I
mind.
knew he was evil. I knew.
He didn't even know what's happening, dude. He just been wanting to kill us the whole time.
I know. Yeah.
All right.
What's the save?
19.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
All right. I'm looking at the dragon. I'm gonna grab my spear out. I'm gonna mount the dragon. Can I like try and mount the dragon?
Hey!
You can
What did you
try.
roll for me? No
I-
dice showed up, but I got
17
17
came up.
18,
So you made it.
19. Yeah! I'm not feared anymore.
So you can try to roll your acrobatics check to try to grab onto the dragon.
All right.
Oh man.
I'll yell up at the dragon while he's...
Oh no. Acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
20.
9.
You fail to get to the dragon. You go up to grab the dragon, and she just backs her head up. And on
and he
her
falls down the middle into the lava.
on her turn, she is going to. You see her like neck starting to glow.
Oh
I
no.
say, no, I'm not... I'm yelling up at her. I'm
Okay.
like, I am not lying to you. Seriously, you sent us here from a different... In the future, I don't know what's going on. We're here to figure this out. Persuasion?
Yeah, roll it.
Natural
It'll be a
20.
nat 1, because
Yeah, I know, because I'm trying to actually do this. Hey, that's
That's like
a...
a million.
Yeah, it's like a million. It's 25.
The color in her neck starts to dissipate,
Oh.
and she kind of cocks her head. Her big claw comes out and backhands the
Mr.
little
Bones.
Mr. Bones.
Oh,
She 20.
That's a
Ooh.
miss.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So she goes to swing at him, but he dodges out of that. Luckily, it clanks off of your plate armor, and she says,
Mr. Bones just like stout, just takes it, like, what's up?
"She says, why are you here? Get out of here."
I'm not lying to you. We were actually sent here by you. We know what happens at the end of this, and it's not what you think is going to happen at the end of this. I don't know if this affects anything in the future, but you told us to read the book that sent us here. You 2,000 years from now.
I don't know what to make of that, but you need
Yeah,
to get
I mean,
out.
what else am I supposed to say? I gotta explain this thing. You're
Just
the
tell
big
you're
boss.
looking for info. We're just
I'm
here for the
we're-
ascension.
We're here to learn about the ascension. You told us to learn about the ascension.
She said, well, look
You're
outside.
telling her she told him.
Look outside. That's the ascension.
And you also said it'd be pretty great if we killed Teleus the Raven, Zymor, and one other one that I can't read my own handwriting.
Soon.
Soon.
She says, why? What?
That's what...
Teleus has been nothing but helpful to us. I
We were
understand.
also... The other ones?
Yes. There's going to be a fight.
I don't know. You seem extra unhappy about Teleus. You're alive in the future because you accidentally made yourself immortal, I suppose, by reading the Thrivmaru.
She kind of cocks her head again. She starts to shift into her normal self. She gives Mr. Bones the stink eye.
We
Steps,
start flying back yet?
steps. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, it's been a minute. You can come back. Steps around Mr. Bones and starts walking up the stairs to you. He says, "What do you know of the Thrivmaru?"
We were looking for it before we got sent here.
And you can see she looks identical to what now as
Yeah.
what she does then. You sent.
We were looking for it. We went to you to find it. We were told to find this book, and she would give us information. And we found it, and she told us to read it. We read it. Here we are. We're here to learn about this. She said, we want to learn about the Ascension and what happened. We learn about this.
You can see she's like looking into your soul, basically, the way she's looking at you. And what do you look like right now? What form are
I
you
look
in?
like a gray elf.
Okay.
My kind of default.
She kind of turns her head and says, "You're not a shard kind, but
I'm not.
you're different."
Yeah, I suppose. I'm not.
She points at Mr. Bones and says, "You're not like that."
I'm not
No.
like that either.
He's undead. I'm a changeling.
I don't know what that is.
I have the ability to shapeshift into any person and mimic their voice and appearance.
She says, "We should discuss this outside of here." She starts walking up the stairs. She
Fair enough,
motions
okay.
you to come out. And
Two eagles fly in.
you see him and Siru and Mr. Bones and Jack come out of the cave, out of the mountain.
As we're turning back, I want to get a look at just the peak of this mountain and try to commit what it looks like to memory.
Okay, it's a very what's the word? Symmetrical mountain.
Okay.
It's a big peak. It's got a little bit of chop off on top of it.
Okay.
Clearly the volcano.
That's like
As I come down to land, I'm just gonna be going ka 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 ka, looking at Finn.
I say, sorry, I can't change you back.
Where's the barrier?
If we're staying within the barrier, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, you're at the platform of the gateway. You see a couple of like guards come running up the steps, and they come in and join in behind you. And she looks at him and motions them away. And looks back at Finn, and she says,
Okay.
"You're here to observe this. Do you think something's wrong?"
I can tell you what... I don't understand how this is actually working, but I can tell you what ends up happening, which is not what you think's going to happen. Which is you
Most
turn
of
all
you
these
will die.
people... You turn all these people into eyes.
She looks at
You do...
Mr. Bones. "Make me a wisdom save, Mr. Bones."
Man, Mr. Bones just like digging himself a
She
hole.
just like looks at, and she's not in dragon form. She's in her normal form.
Okay.
But
I
you
think I
can-
passed.
You see that eyeball, and yeah, you pass. She looks
I
at
said,
you,
"Don't,
and she says, "Shut him up."
Mr. Bones, shut up." I say, "Birds, take him away."
Also,
Um,
from up here, you can see that there is a very decorated in front of that citadel, the White Citadel.
Yeah.
There's a very decorated Terrassian person standing in front of a podium. There's a book there. There's a whole bunch of people kind of gather up and line up, and they're getting lined up for something.
With my eagle eyes, can I see what that book looks like?
Big book, big tome. and there's some sort of ceremony going on.
Anyways, I'll
The
just
barrier.
explain to
I'm gonna
her.
Can I stand just outside of the barrier and still be within earshot of them?
No,
Dang it.
you can try, but you might miss a little bit. You can go to the you can go to you can kind of sense where the barrier is, and it's not far from the top of the mountain. So you could go up there and then like drop and then climb down if you wanted to. It'd take a little bit.
Yeah, I can drop the
really,
concentration.
If
on
you
the
really
spell.
want to be not an eagle.
I'm gonna stay in eagle form.
I am going to go. If I just go down the stairs or whatever? How far away is the barrier edge?
Outside, the stairs are all in the barrier. The whole mountain and that side of the mountain is barrier.
Okay, if it's not convenient for me to quickly go back and forth, then
It's
I won't.
not
I'll
going to
just
quickly
stay.
happen.
Okay.
I was about to say, while Victor's trying to figure out how to get himself to be
Yeah.
not a bird, I'll explain. I'll be like, you're gonna turn all these people into the eyes of Taras. You're gonna do whatever you're gonna do, and it's not gonna work. And we're gonna start digging them up in about 1,000 years, 2,000 years, give or take. Pluma is banished from the heavens, lives on an island that has no power.
You're gonna see a lot of bad people. After
You
they
live
die.
on an island, immortal, cursed by immortality. And the only other Tarasian we've ever seen before today is someone named Bevel.
She says, "What do you want other than just to see this?"
You just told us.
It's already begun. There's no stopping it now. Not that
I
I
mean,
would. Not that I would stop it anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. Just we were kind of collecting the eyes again to maybe take another run at it. But you told us to come here and learn all about it and what actually happened. So I guess all that I need to know is I guess we just need to see what happens. We need to see how it plays out.
If what you're saying is true, then what is your goal? What do you want to do with this, other than just see it? Why would I send you back here?
I don't know.
I know. The reason why you sent us back here was so in that way you could see on why Ascension is bad.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was
Alright,
something along those
She
lines.
she
going
never
outside the
really
barrier.
was like go to the book. She was just like
Yeah.
she was like get my book. I want it back. And then you read it
Yeah.
and got teleported here. And she was like, ha ha ha. You're gonna have to read it too.
I'm going outside the barrier. I
Okay.
have too many questions that aren't getting answered. And I will come
I
back.
said, can you turn him back into a person?
She says no.
Okay, well. He'll be back in a second. He's got
So
a lot of
outside the
questions. He's got a lot of notes.
She says
Turn
in your
back into
mind.
myself.
Oh, okay.
He runs back.
She looks at you and she says, "I could have understood you."
I laugh. I get a little chuckle.
I'm so tired now.
I'm gonna think when I hear that, I'm gonna think real hard. Can you hear me?
You guys see a bright light appearing from down below, and you see this just like immensely bright light as those 1,000 or so people that are in this group just bright light everywhere and then gone. And there's a small
I'll
little
come all the way
box,
back to the top.
a small little box that is glowing rainbow colors, magnificent looking.
I mean, like, those things become weapons of war, essentially,
Come
when
up
they're
to the
found
top.
in the future.
I'm leaned over on one knee. Oh, just a second. Oh, I have questions. One moment. Oh,
You said they were in a box.
Like a lead box.
Does it look like the box that we found, like that we've seen them in?
It's not lead covered.
No, the lead's
And
probably
those-
modern.
In those memories I had from Linderus, whenever they found the first one in that box, did it look like that same type of box?
That was in a lead box.
Okay, so it's not the
Lendros
same.
was, but you saw one. It kind of drove some the lizard folk mad by looking at it. You saw the inside of one a little bit.
So now that I'm back there, what happens? Ooh, what? Okay. What happens to the people when they're put in there? In the vessel?
They're transporting their souls, their eyes, into the box.
Are they? I know they are going willingly, but do they plan to be there for thousands of years?
We need them to power what we are doing.
Is there a way to undo it?
Once this is done, they'll be free.
Okay, but like, if it doesn't happen, what happens to all the people? Are they just trapped for eternity?
If this doesn't go through, then yes.
And if in the future you knew that your people were trapped, would you do anything to help them?
I do everything I could to help them. Why would I not?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm gonna think to her and say, what if all the gods betrayed you, and now anytime you leave certain areas, they know exactly where you are, and they'll try to kill you? Would you still try to
I
save
get the
them?
impression that she doesn't quite pick up what you're thinking.
Dang it.
You've heard her talk in your mind, or other ones talk in your mind, but you've never talked in your mind back to them.
I'll tell you have the intelligence of a bird.
What? So
Hero takes off. Following in.
I start
Were you cawing, like talking to her, or were you just thinking it?
I was just thinking it.
Okay, yeah, she didn't get that.
In what circumstance would you think you would do nothing? What would drive you to that?
Nothing would drive me to that.
And
Even
if
if
you were in
you're-
that state, what would someone have to say to you to make you not think that anymore?
I don't understand why I would be in that state. Are you saying this is how I am?
Yeah, this is how you are.
Yes.
You're trapped on an island because you can't leave because the gods are hunting you constantly.
Then we need to fix this.
Oh.
We need to make
We
it
tried
right.
to tell you this in the hour present, and you just poo-pooed us.
She says, "If what you say is true, and I sent you back here, then you must be powerful."
Via a book, we don't even know. Like, this seems like this is all very strange. We don't know if this is affecting anything or if this is just a very elaborate
Book.
book that we're reading,
Oh, book.
essentially.
It's a library book. Jeez.
Every
Oh,
word I would
oh.
have for this doesn't exist in D&D. Film,
It's-
earlier
when I did,
hologram.
Earlier when I did detect magic, could I pick up anything like on the grander surface, or just what appears in front of me?
You only get like 60 feet of
30
that.
feet.
30 feet.
But I couldn't. There's no like essence of anything in the air that would imply that I'm in a book or some sort of illusion.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So yeah, oh man, it's quite a walk, isn't it, Chiro?
My lungs are burning. But I can deal.
He's in
I can
shape.
deal.
He's a warrior.
I can deal with this heat a lot better in this form.
What
don't know how to-
is the gateway? What does that do?
Oh yeah.
That is our center of knowledge, center of power.
How do you interact with it?
How do I say this kindly? You wouldn't understand.
Hot
If-
dang.
well,
If
Perhaps you
everything was
should,
to go wrong, and you had to keep the Thrimmeru safe, where would you tell somebody to hide it?
Yeah, in the future, you definitely don't want anyone finding it. In fact, the stipulation for you telling us where it was killing those gods I just listed.
I don't know.
What about
If-
Aerolus? Do you know who Aerolus is? Seems like
course.
no one else does.
Of course.
Oh, okay, you do. None of the normal people do.
Airless likes to remain anonymous.
Aerolus ends up trapped in hell.
Yeah.
You need to get her out.
Oh, add something more to the list, why don't you?
We already knew that. We were gonna do that.
Hey, remember how you told us what they wouldn't understand like 2 seconds ago? If me understanding was the only hope for your people, what would you say?
Power seems very similar to an
I would-
eye.
I would say what do you know the cause of why this didn't work?
We have guesses, but that's why we are here, is to witness why it didn't work.
Then you need to help it happen. Make it
The
work.
gods betray you in some way.
Who
That's
does?
what's going to happen. All of them.
Well,
Except
the way you
Aerolus.
talk, yeah, except for
Except for
Aerolus and
Aerolus.
Pluma. Pluma definitely gets punished for whatever happens.
What exactly is Pluma? The Vera Pluma. Vera Plumana.
No one knows who she is when we're from.
She's the god of protection.
She's just an old lady.
She-
She's just a hermit on an island.
She looks at that barrier and then she looks at the two birds. She says, "You can thank her for that."
So that's what's protecting them in the future.
She also created the zone that protects us now.
Is that why nobody can talk to the gods in this area? Because
Gods. We are
you
the
Why?
gods.
laugh
These
at them
people-
now until they trap all your people for 2,000 years.
What's
Well,
the
no,
use
they're
of
doing
laughing
that.
now?
Do you need these gods? Teleus, which is the one you really seem to hate, and then the Raven obviously isn't on your side, and the other two.
Teleus has been nothing but helpful.
Probably trying to trick you.
Is it possible that he's trying to help you in a way that sets you up for failure?
Why would he do that?
Maybe it's
don't
for
know
Because you
why.
guys are
for
trying
himself.
to open all
You're
the
very-
realms,
You're very cryptic in the future.
just like you are now.
You're not very helpful ever.
You don't change in 2,000 years. Pick up a new shtick in the future, okay?
She says, "I don't know what to say." You
This
can't.
if this
A couple noisy, fleshy folks come in and start telling me that you've talked to me in the future.
Well, you give it until you guys start this whole thing, and then stuff goes sideways
Is
on
there
you, and then you
anything-
just come find me real quick before this whole book thing ends, and tell us what we need to know.
if this is affecting the future in any way, you'll remember this when we see you again, right? So we could just let it play out. Unless
What did
the
I
book's
say
a
about
one-time
Teleus?
use. You expressed how much you did not like Teleus.
Why?
Did she say anything specific? I don't think she did.
I don't think she did she?
She just said that she wanted him dead.
Yeah.
Your dislike for Teleus was quite strong.
Especially him.
Especially
And
him.
he betrays us, you think?
It would seem so. That's our guess.
Yeah, I
right
mean,
now.
I'd guess if you hate him as much as you want us to band up and kill him for you, then you're not a fan for some reason.
She says, "Are you here to help?"
I'll help you in any
We're
way you need
here
help.
to learn. We do not believe we can stop this event from happening.
We can try,
But
though.
given the information, maybe we can help your people in the future. So I
think
ask
we can
you
try.
again, is it possible I can interface with your gateway?
Your mind would melt.
Yeah, as a Victor, if it works like the eyes do, but just on a times 10 or times 100 scale, she's right.
Then tell me what I need to know.
It's not about,
If what you say is true, then we need to stop this now.
I don't think you can.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I'm more than willing to help you. I'm trying to do this again in the future. I'm trying to help one of
We
the
can
only
have a
two
trial
Terrasins
run
I
this
know.
time. Let's do something. Maybe we
Yeah,
can
I
try.
mean, if we try to change something, that's at least something,
If
right?
you change something now, then we won't know what happened last time. We learn more
doesn't-
from the failure than we do from a success here.
No, wait. No, we don't, Victor. Like, if this works and this is actually changing the present,
I don't think it will
Then-
change the present. And I think
There's-
Victor has a point. If we change it and fix it, and we don't find out why it went wrong or anything, then we're not gonna know.
but she already knows why it went wrong. She just wouldn't
She
tell us.
won't tell us exactly. She wants us to learn.
This
So
is
let's
her
just
telling
watch it.
us.
I like the idea of giving it a shot.
We
My
have to
vote
have it
is
play
for
out.
playing it out.
We're not gonna learn any information if we don't let it play out.
Jack,
It's because I'm on your side. He's
Jack's
not
not
gonna
listening.
pick.
No, I cut off for a minute. What was the last thing he said?
You cut off for like 10 minutes is what happened. Are we going to try to change the past, or are we just going to let it all play out?
No, but do we know it's actually going to change anything?
No,
I
we
mean-
don't know whether it's going to change anything or not. We don't know
That's
what,
what I
what
wanted
we're
to
doing
play
here
out.
affects
if
the
she
future.
had the ability to change the past, I'm pretty sure she would have come in here herself.
Unless she can't come in here.
Well,
she
she
would've
could
told us
send
to.
a bunch of people here.
It's in the kobolds too.
If she
Yeah,
wanted
you
to,
think
I'm
a
sure
bunch of
she could.
kobolds is going to do this?
I mean,
Bunch of kobolds couldn't even escape a bunch of pushover cultists. You think they're going to come here and do this?
All they
That's-
have to do is carry the information.
Yeah, just giving the information to godlike beings. If there's enough of them, surely they could take out a couple other gods.
A giant crystal dragon from the 2,000-year-old crystal dragon is going to be like, oh yeah, kobolds, I'm listening to them.
She's like, "Hey, weirdo bird things, I'm listening to you. So what's the difference?"
You're not a bird, you're a person.
That's what, now I am.
I did a lot of persuasion in that. She was ready to wax us just a minute ago. Listen,
Still don't think that we can
there's
change
no
the future.
there's no downside in trying, right?
There
and if it
is.
goes
There
wrong,
is. We'd lose information.
yeah, but if it goes wrong and this is just a loop, we can just do it again. If we
yeah.
let it play out and nothing happens and it goes exactly the same and we get spit out and nothing has changed in the
Well,
future.
that's the thing. We can do the same, get the information, and if it's a loop, we can come back and see if we can do it right.
Yeah, I know, but if we do only have one shot, I would rather it like, let's go down in glory, dude. If this
Yeah,
is a
but it
one-time
won't
deal,
change anything.
we don't know that.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't
I'm
know whether
sure
it will or
There's
not.
change
there's
anything.
no way.
I'm with.
I mean,
with Sarah
everything
here.
reacting to us.
I look over at Siru. Siru, if you had the ability to just send some people back in time and fix this, would you do it?
I mean, that's an obvious yes.
Yeah, that's an obvious yes. That was a stupid question, Victor.
It
What
wasn't
if
a
it was
stupid
just
question
kobolds?
because you think it's no, obviously, or it would have happened already.
You got to find suitably powerful people to help.
No, you don't. You just have to find suitably persuasive people.
Do you have the ability to send people back in time to actually make a difference in the past?
It's possible.
Okay, let's freaking go for it
would
then.
you do, would you do this via writing a book?
That is powerful magic. Not something
Let's
I
give it a
understand.
go. I'm on board with
You
Finn
had
now.
2,000 years to figure it out.
Dude,
Then why
Changing the
wouldn't she
past.
just tell us?
I don't know.
We told her
because because nobody in this campaign tells us anything.
Maybe if
told her
we
we
know
were
the
there to help
story,
her.
we can't come back.
But she could have just told us if you go back.
Hey, Victor.
Maybe she
Hey,
can't
Victor,
give us any
Victor,
information on it.
Victor.
There's
It'll
some
be
very
okay.
strange rules.
It'll be okay.
This won't be okay though.
Time travel.
It'll
It's
be
always
abs-
weird rules.
yeah.
It never
so-
makes
Yeah.
sense.
It never makes sense. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna
It's
do
not
this.
gonna be fine.
We're gonna help her in any way we possibly can. It'll either change the future and everything will be great because we helped and we're amazing, or we get spit out. It's just a time loop. We try again. But if there is only one shot, I would rather take our one shot trying to help than our one-shot standing on the top of a mountain watching the world end. Or watching at least these people's lives end.
Let's do it.
I wouldn't. But
She
if
says,
the
if all this
majority
is
says
true,
so.
you must be powerful.
You're so powerful
And
that we
I-
were all running away from you like a minute ago.
I mean, I was a bird at the time. It doesn't count. Don't even.
Anyone can be scared of something. Stop that. No one liked you, Victor.
All right, listen.
If we change the future here, then do we exist when we come out?
What were we? Yeah, I mean, what were we doing in the present, anyways? We were doing this. We were trying to collect and do this again. We're trying to
But
collect
if-
information to do this.
If we do it now, then we're never born, and we can't come back.
You don't know
here.
what are you talking about? You haven't watched any time travel movies, you dingus. This is D&D.
But here's the thing: if we do it now and it's what they say it is, then there's just going to be paradise. So we might give up our lives, but no more suffering
Well,
for anyone.
Will it be
Yeah, that's true.
paradise?
I mean,
Also, it
right?
won't even matter, right? Because if we die and we can be visited, we'll be
But-
essentially
but
immortal.
this is the decision, right? We have to decide: do we think it's gonna turn the world into a paradise, or is it gonna?
I think it. I
Is
think it will.
there a good reason why the gods stopped it?
There's probably a good reason why they stopped it.
Well, then,
Why are you all of a
course there's
sudden against this,
reason.
Bones? You haven't said
I've always
anything
been
in
against
I
this.
months.
was thinking about everything. I think I'm on Victor's side. I think we should just watch.
We should just watch. Jack?
I cannot agree.
I mean, they said this was supposed to be some kind of story, like a book or something. So
Yeah, there's. If it is just a book,
yeah,
there's no. If it's just an interactive choose your
Yeah.
own adventure book, then
Yeah.
there is no downside.
Except a loss of information.
Which
If we
we
get out of the
need.
book and whatever happens, we'll go up and be like, "This is what happened when we went," and then she can tell us, right? Or we go and we kill one of these gods, and she gives us all the information anyways.
Still on Victor's side.
I still think we are here to information gather, not to actually.
We are
change
here as
anything.
spectators. That
It
is
is a book.
permanently-
You're only saying that because you worship the Raven, Victor.
Another bright light comes from down below. And then people
I think
disappear.
Victor's biased because of his religion.
Other than if he's biased of his religion, then I am atheist in this D&D world. So therefore,
Whoa!
I'm
Whoa.
What about Toticus?
What about Toticus?
You
Yeah,
hear
keep
Toticus
talking about
crying
Toticus.
right now.
That's
Yeah.
Bert. That's Bert. All right, he's got a
You
small
were just
religion.
trying to praise Toticus just an
Yeah.
hour ago.
First person he came to. Hey, you ever heard of Toticus? Let me tell you the good news.
I got pamphlets. I see you got no Toticus statues around here.
Should go get that checked. Anyways, we need to observe.
Jack,
what
help
we
me
came
out
here
on this,
for.
man.
I mean, I'm not. I'd like to experiment and interact with these events, but at the same time, I don't. I mean, yeah, we can spectate.
All in. I'm saying all in. I'm all in, baby. Let's do this. I mean, hey, I'm going to tell you something right now. If what we are doing affects the future, we've already affected the future.
Yeah,
Because we've
I mean,
already interacted with the world in the way that we're interacting with it. We're talking to her right now. We talk to her in the future. If this changes the future, then it won't matter if we just stand here and watch. She already has the information. I already told her everything.
Yes, I don't think it's going to affect the future, which is why
I
I
don't
want
think-
to let it happen, so I know what we are up against.
I'll kill you, Victor.
The whole reason we read this book is to find out what happened.
You're
And
saying,
if
Let's
we
let it
interact,
happen.
if we change it, then that's not what happened.
yes, Finn. So what you're
It'll
saying
be
is,
better than what happened.
But it won't be
For
what
no
happened, which
reason,
makes
though.
it
For
worthless.
no reason.
Finn, listen.
I am on the side of this will not change.
This ain't gonna change anything. We're just gonna lose
anything.
information. We're gonna get that book. We're gonna pick it up without knowing anything about it, and we're all gonna die because of it.
We
And
can't.
nothing's gonna happen.
Listen, if this is a fake,
This
then
is
we
just
can't
gonna be-
die.
It's just gonna be Groundhog Day. We're just gonna keep reading the book.
Yeah, over and over again.
Oh, hey, Essen. Hey again. Let's go.
Been a while
She
since
just
we.
said it was.
It's been a while since we got weird, so I figured it was time for some weirdness.
It's been a while.
You know, she just said it's possible, and she has had 2,000 years since this event.
That's
pull this
the
off.
issue. She has had 2,000 years and has not done anything about it.
Maybe she's not powerful enough on her own to do anything about it.
Did you
And
just
there
say
was a
dragon?
group of adventurers that were a lot stronger than we were. That
Were
could have done
they?
this.
Honestly, were they? Was Linzerus and that group more powerful than we are now when they found those eyes? Did they ever get this far? Absolutely not. Obviously, they didn't. They would have stayed on the island hoarding eyes thinking that was the end game. They never got this far. Linzerus might have been more powerful than us when we found him, and maybe he still is maybe more powerful than us than we are now when he had all the eyes, but there is absolutely no way they were at the level that we are at when they initially found that thing. We are potentially on the precipice of changing the future, and you just want to stand here and watch it happen. I don't want to
Yes.
watch it happen. I want to try to kill some gods. I want to break the world. We're here. We have the opportunity. Like, we've got the attention. Let's do it.
I just look over at Shiro while Finn's like going off on this rant. Like, you sure you want to
Then
hold
do it
this
by
guy?
yourself. No, I'm not. I'm not popping Finn. I'm not popping Finn.
We just use persuasion on it.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, tell him more about hooves. Listen, I can't persuasion check. I don't think that that's good D&D to roll persuasion against, because I could just like roll insanely high and you guys could never pass.
like,
You'd be
oh,
like,
yeah.
okay, well I guess we have to
I guess
agree
we
with
have
you. If I roll a 20 and get 25 or whatever, you guys
Persuasion
are gonna be
doesn't
like, "Whoa, okay."
doesn't make you hand over your car keys. It just changes your demeanor.
Yeah, I know.
Whether you go from a hostile dragon to a neutral dragon, that's what persuasion does to you.
Yeah, but they're not hostile. They're my friends.
She might have been hostile
Well-
for a minute when she was about to roast Mr. Bones, but
Victor's kind of here, but Shiro, me and Shiro been through some stuff. I'm disappointed.
I
I'm
just
not
don't
mad,
see
just
us
disappointed.
doing. I just feel like that if in 2,000 years there's got to be people that could have come along, that could have done
How
this.
often do people get insanely strong in the world, Shiro?
We did.
How often does it actually happen?
I'd imagine pretty often.
you'd imagine wrong.
We are as safe as I like to play it most of the time. We're no joke. We killed a demigod, maybe with a little help, but we did it.
All right, Finn.
We've traveled the plains. We are more knowledgeable than most people.
All right, Finn. You've had my back. I'll have your back.
Thank you. Jack, you too? We went through all this stuff. You're gonna side with Victor? He's only been around for a few months.
Look, I already said I'm willing to do whatever. So
Let's go.
I disagree. Hard disagree here. We're not gonna learn anything.
You
We're not
and
gonna learn
Victor
anything.
watch. We'll take care of it.
Here's my question
Check
then.
this out.
All right, hit me, Victor.
Since you know nothing about what happens, what is your plan of action?
That's the fun part. We either just
You have
take
no
out old
idea.
Teleus. What's the fun of having a plan? You just go and you do stuff. That's how the interesting stuff happens.
I heard you blew up cities
I'm
like
back
that.
on Victor's side.
No, that was him. He blew up the city. But
He's like, let's do all this crazy stuff. What's your plan?
I've been too busy trying to convince you. I haven't come up with a plan. Flying by the seat of my
Where do we
pants right
start? We don't have any information. We don't know how are we going to interact with Teleus. We only know where his dwarf
now.
minions are.
We were okay. Now that we're done yelling, now that I'm done yelling at you,
Give me a viable option, and I'll follow.
All right,
Ceruleana
I'll talk-
speaks up.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
And she says,
You're
here's your
still here.
option. I'm going to go see what this business is about Teleus.
Can I come?
You may
Yes,
come if you
please.
want,
All right, riding a dragon. Let's go.
and we'll stop
Oh.
this.
I'm gonna hold Shiro from.
Hey, how did you
I'm
change
in.
in this like circle thing? And we could.
I have a gift.
I'm cooler than you.
guy in the YouTube chat, he knows what's up.
The
I was
gift
giving an
of
impassioned speech about why we need to do things.
The gift of, oh yeah, I forgot that was there.
yeah, that's
Now she's just extra magical.
what
Okay.
actually happened was that she flew up the mountain, switched back, and
Yeah.
then climbed down.
No,
Yep.
she
Yeah.
shift. You saw her shift.
Yeah,
here.
she has no
She
issue.
did shift here.
Oh, she's
The
fancy.
gods giving her extra permission.
Yes, I will follow you to find out what is happening with Teleus, since that is why we are here in the first place. Let's go.
Land of
No,
action.
that's what? Just 5 minutes ago, you were just saying we just stand here and watch it happen.
Yes, but now you've
but this
changed
is
her.
finding
Now she's going to
information.
do something different. We still have to get information. If she
Let's
can
do
tell
it.
us why
I'm
Teleus
in.
changed sides, then that's
you
information.
you won us over, but she won us over, not you.
I'm excited.
Just so you know.
Okay.
She says, "I'll be back. Just a moment." She shifts
What?
into
What?
dragon form, flies down the
come.
mountain.
I want to come with you.
You see her land next to the person that's reading the book. She says something to that person. And back into dragon form, and she flies back up to you. She looks at you and says, "Get on."
All right, I'm gonna jump. I'm excited about riding a dragon.
Bones teleports herself on.
Is there like a stirrup or something? This is difficult to get up here.
She
Hey,
like a big
if you
flash
remember
dragon,
this in the future, take me for another ride, please.
right?
Everyone getting on?
Yeah.
I'm getting on.
Okay, she takes off, and she goes directly to the north and flies straight at that dwarven fortress. And you can see those guards there outside the place. The doors are open. And she just flies straight in. She doesn't stop. She just
Whoa.
flies straight into the place. And it's a massive open place, big columns. Just a massive fortress. There's many little dwarves here, hard at work. She goes down a big corridor, flies around a corner. This is, dwarfs are in here, but it's big. And she stops right at this big set of double doors. And
Let me get a cutscene.
and she kicks open the door, and you can see that there is a kind of like an altar, a temple of some kind. You can see symbolism of ants, symbolism of Teleus everywhere around here.
Mhm.
And she looks around, and she says, "Where is Aster?" And everyone's kind of standing back. All the dwarves are kind of terrified. And you can hear there's some dwarves coming down from behind you, as this was a abrupt thing, and you saw a little bit of terror on the dwarves' eyes whenever you get flying in. And from behind a pedestal at the front of this room pops a dwarf out, and he looks at Siru and he says, "Why are you here? What is this?" And she says, "What are you doing here? What is this?" And they go back and forth very, very hostilely to each other. And you can see on the floor there is some runes on the floor. And it appears there's some sort of summoning happening right now. Or the beginnings of it anyway. And the Aster, he says, I don't know what this is, but we're just here to watch this show. Teleus wanted to personally watch and see this event. How dare you barge into my keep?
Are the runes on the ground?
Yeah.
I'm gonna slide off the dragon, and when I see a rune, I'm gonna.
As soon as you walk up, a couple dwarves get in front of you, between you and it. And they stop
What's
you.
my insight saying about Aster here?
Well, he's terrified right now and angry.
I'm gonna look up at Siru. Siru, mark out. Don't let them summon him. Mark out the runes.
Sure, what are you trying to do?
Did I freeze?
And
Oh.
she hears you. And
Just listen.
she's listening to this, and she looks at Aster, and she says, "Stop this right now before I do." And he's just terrified. He kind of backs up, and he's like, "What is this?" And you can see her neck start to glow, and this burst of acid and electricity, kind of a blending, just fills the entire room. And just covers the whole place. Dwarves are screaming. There's acid all over. She's just destroying this place as that goes out. And a dwarf starts running, and she smacks it to the wall. And
I'll protect her. If anyone tries to harm her, I'll step in.
they are all pretty terrified of what's happening here, and so they back up. Aster gets up, and he comes over, and he starts chanting something.
I'll start sprinting at him.
Yeah, no
fireball
right on top of him.
We're going to end there.
Oh,
That's it.
Oh man, what a session! What's that? Woo!
And you guys suck at
That was awesome.
spectating.
That was sweet.
That was a very cutscene heavy session, but I don't know how it was going to go over, but I like the weird ones, so it's okay.
I like the weird stuff too, dude. Like, how do you know? This is like, you just gotta go for it sometimes, baby.
Good role playing, Eric and Isaac. That was awesome. You guys, y'all's back and forth was great tonight. That was awesome.
Jack and Bones, get out of here. What are you even doing here?
Just spectating.
Spectating. He's enjoying the show is what he was doing while I was yelling at everyone.
So,
Oh, no, I did more commentating than Jack over there.
so
Man, he's throwing shade.
next week, you will be leveling up very soon. So just have it ready, but don't do it yet.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll start with a fight, but that's it.
Cool.
Right.
Fantastic.
All right, this is interesting.
But thanks for watching. If you're here, bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.